did a bit more research this week.
Okay.
Found a good story out about a monkey.
Right.
Which I'll told Ricky a little bit about it.
Tell me, come on, tell it now.
No, tease
I
me
reckon
with
we
it.
should keep this.
It sounds exciting stuff.
That's got 'em, right?
Tell us about this monkey, Carl.
You're going to love this one, Steve,
Go
right? So last week we were talking about how, like, a lad left his family because there was problems at home and that. He went and lived in the wood. He got airy. Right?
Yes.
No.
Leave it there, Rick. We haven't got time to go into
Right,
it.
so...
That's what happened.
And that's what happened. He lived with the monkeys. He went airy.
That's what happened.
Looked into some other stuff about, like, airy kids and all that.
Yeah.
Came across this story about a bloke, right, who worked in a zoo.
Oh, dear.
Right? So...
Trouble's brewing.
Loving his job and that, but it's quite a lonely sort of job because you don't see many people. You're just dealing with animals all the time, right? So, anyway, he gets a bit pally with a monkey because it's the closest thing to a human.
Well, that ape is.
Right.
Yeah, but you can't really go that close to apes.
Well,
They're dangerous.
what do you mean? What type was it? Do you
Just
mean
let him tell the story.
Was it a chimpanzee?
I reckon it was a chimp, yeah. Yeah, it was
you
a
don't
chimp.
even know, so
It was
that's
a
an
chimp.
ape.
It was a chimp.
Okay.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, does it?
So he
It's the
gets
story.
pally with him.
Right, so he gets pally with
What,
him.
do they go on
and
holiday together?
well, no, I mean, it starts
On the
off
pool together.
just checking each other out and, probably sharing lunch and that together.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, this goes on for a while. They're getting on well and that. And then after a while, right, the monkey starts sort of imitating him a bit more and sort of walking upright.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Right? So he thinks, that's a bit weird. Anyway, they get on really better and what have you. So he thinks he could live at home with me, because we're getting on a storm.
Yeah.
Right? So he takes him home, and before
Is
you
this
know
the
it...
beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes? I think it is. I think you've seen this on video.
I'm worried, because he's already imitating him and they're moving in together. I'm thinking it's maybe a bit like Single White Female. Single White Zookeeper.
Oh, brilliant.
Right, so anyway, so it's moving in, and it's getting used to sort of the normal human life. He's having a cup of tea in the morning.
Yeah. Pinky tips.
He finishes the day off with a
dear.
Finishes the day off with what?
He doesn't have to move a piano at one point, does he?
Finishes the day off with a little brandy.
Yeah.
He pours himself a... Is he wearing a smoking jacket?
I'll tell you what, Carl. You're a maniac, mate.
No, this is why it attracted me. It's amazing, right? So he's having his brandy and that, loving his life. Next thing you know, he sort of, I don't know if he loses it or he gets shaved, but the top half of his body is hairless. Right? Apart from his head. Right, so he's got a nice...
So it's the opposite of the kid.
No,
yeah.
this is what I'm saying.
That would happen.
Right.
Well, hang on, but so you don't know if he was shaved or if it's
How did it say? Then the hairless... What?
I'll bring it in for you, the story, and then you can see if I've gone wrong.
Keep going.
Anyway, so this is going on, and he's having a great life. Then the zookeeper starts getting a bit annoyed because he's having a better life than the zookeeper. The zookeeper's in the zoo.
This is such
So the
rubbish.
zookeeper's still got to do a day's work. The monkey's at home, he's partying.
Well, it gets to a point when he says there's no point you coming in to the zoo because the whole reason of you being there was because you're being kept there.
Right.
And he didn't want to bring the memories back, so he said, you stay at home. So
You're talking such...
Just let him finish.
God, I don't know if I can sit here and listen to this drivel.
I'm fascinated.
It's nearly over anyway, right?
It sounds extraordinary, Carl.
So he's walking up, right? He's having a tea in the morning, finishing the day off with brandy. Gets a bit out of hand, only tries it on with the zookeeper's wife.
Make him go away, Steve.
How does he do that?
Well, because he's around humans a lot, he becomes a bit of a charmer. And,
But what is it that he could do to seduce her? Pick fleas out of her?
he didn't say.
He was built.
Yeah, it's well done.
So what about that?
What do you mean, what about it, Carl? It's obviously not true. It's obviously not true.
This wasn't on the internet. This was in a book. So it's not a quick joke and just put it on a website. This is in a book.
I don't understand how...
I love that he becomes a charmer. He's got better taste in brandy.
Exactly.
And
What was it that he was doing that seduced her?
I don't know. Maybe because he was at home more than the zookeeper was.
But what would he be doing, Carl?
the fact that...
He's not going to be talking with her. They're not going to be playing Trivial Pursuit.
Maybe she liked the silent type. He didn't go into that. He just said that's when the trouble started.
Carl, play a record.
Right.
Is that what Suzanne did when she brought you in?
I came up with a new strand for Carl as well. He's always got, we've done, I don't think there's a week gone where we haven't mentioned an airy kid.
A hairy child,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah. And some related to a monkey and that. And I thought you could do a regular thing where it's got to come up with a story about an ape or a monkey, and it's called Chimpanzee That.
Of course.
I have got one, but I can't remember it at the moment, so I'll just have to
It'll
think
come to you
about
whenever
that.
you join the show.
Have you got anything interesting about a monkey or an ape so we can do Chimpanzee That?
I know something that a lot of other people will know, but I'll
Well, let's do it then.
What's it called again?
Where should we do a jingle?
Well, do a little jingle for us then.
Oh, Chimpanzee That!
Brilliant. That's great.
Right.
So I look forward to that every week.
Yeah.
And what's
Go on,
your
this is the
interesting
interesting
chimp
fact.
fact?
Right, it's about this monkey ages ago.
Of course.
Don't know where it happened.
17th century?
I think it was a chimp. Right. Got caught having a fag. You know it,
What do you mean, do I know it? Oh, narrow it down. Loads of chimps are caught with woodbines.
right? It was having-
having a fag.
so it was sent to court, and
Was it underage?
it was.
And it got someone to go into the newsagent for him.
Did he get a bigger gorilla
Yeah,
to
got
go
a
into the
bigger
news
gorilla.
and get 20 Rothmans?
It ended up doing time because it was.
Go back a minute. Wait a minute.
What I mean-
Whoa.
No, I don't know. That's as much as I know. So there's no point questioning.
That is as much as you know, isn't it? Quite literally.
Sorry, but why did he go to prison?
It's against the law to have a monkey having a fag. Wherever it was.
In a built-up area. What are you talking about? It's against the law for a monkey to have a fag. What if it got it himself? Even if it just... What about if it earned it himself, just like moving tyres round or mucking out
honestly.
the zebras?
I don't know the full story. That's
You don't know the full story, do you?
But do you think?
You never do,
I
do you?
presume it was a monkey from a zoo, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be fed up, though? Because in a way, it's home from home, isn't it? When I read it, I didn't think it was that bad because I just
Carl,
thought, well,
they don't put monkeys in prison.
They didn't put the monkey in the prison.
They're overcrowded. They haven't got the space.
Well, I'll find it and give you the where I got it from. And you
Chopper Harris was furious because the monkey got the top bunk.
Yeah.
can I just?
They
Read-
didn't need it. Okay, then. Oh, Chimpanzee That. Another one next week.
I don't think so. We started a feature a couple of weeks ago. Chimpanzee that. The thing about monkeys and stuff.
Let's just play the jingle right. Oh, Chimpanzee That.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We started that.
That's facts about apes, isn't it? And
Monkeys,
is
chimps,
on, yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you a story about a monkey that was in a zoo,
Yeah.
and it got pally with the zookeeper.
Right, yes.
Remember?
It moved into his house, didn't it?
Yeah, and
didn't
it
it
like-
ultimately have an affair with his wife?
Yeah, it liked a little brandy at night and a cup of tea in the morning. Then he went to work and it moved in on its wife.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I read that in a book.
Yes.
Right. But then I was looking for some more monkey stuff online the other day, and I found the same story
Right.
from a different source,
Okay.
which is always a good sign.
And it's corroborated what you claimed, is it?
Kind of. There you go.
It's not a different source, though, is it? It's someone who read the same thing as you and printed it
It's-
themselves.
then.
I left out a fact. His name's Oliver.
What, the monkey?
So
or
I got that wrong, yeah. The monkey's called Oliver. Can you see that, Steve?
Oh, yes.
Right.
There's
Do
a
you
picture of him here.
Do you want to read it?
Now, do you, where is this from, then? Where,
I was looking for world famous monkeys online, and it
www.apenaut.org. This is someone who, in America, who set up a sort of similar website to...
I don't know where he is, but yeah.
Okay, he was originally brought into the US with 12 other chimpanzees, but immediately stood out as different. He learned to drink, enjoy coffee and beer, and smoke cigars. In the evenings, he would sit on a sofa and watch television. If his caregivers were out of coffee, he would walk into the kitchen, pour a cup, and take it into the den. As he got older, he made sexual advances on the wife, and as a result, was sold.
I reckon it was a stowaway. And to not get caught, he pretended to be a monkey.
Yeah.
Whereas really, it was just a
That would make
fella.
sense, because the final line is, he's now living in retirement in Texas.
Yeah.
But my only query, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, is that it doesn't really give much more information. I mean, someone who's set up a website like this, I'm worried that what I'm saying is I'm worried he's a kind of an American twin of you. Do you know what I mean? Do you see what I mean by that? There's no real hard evidence. There's no kind of dates. There's no references to where he was specifically or what zoo he was
there's a
in.
lot
Carl Pilkington.
Yeah.
From Dallas. Hi. We're cousins.
Why do you need to know all that? The story's
What do
there.
you mean, why does he know that? Why not accept it? Because another fella reckons a chimp moved in on someone's wife.
What I'm saying is that he could be as much of a nutter as you. Do you see what I mean?
What do you mean? Could be, he is.
Yeah, exactly.
What, and go to that much trouble of like sorting out a website and that?
You host a radio show, for goodness sake. To spout your idiocy. Setting up a website's hardly anything. You've had to get a job.
He was stressed yesterday because we want to do another chimpanzee that. Have we got a new story coming up for chimpanzee that?
Yeah.
He was stressed yesterday because he said, I'm really overworked. I'm really getting fed up. He said, I haven't even sorted out the story about this monkey. He said, how overworked am I that I haven't even got time to sort out a story about a monkey? You know how much I love that.
Rick, do you think there's any way we could lure Oliver out of retirement to come over and produce this show?
I think we probably could. I want to wear some monkey magic. I want to wear some chimpanzee that. I want to wear some aping around.
We've got that still to come. Look forward to that,
I can't believe it. We got Rockbusters. That film sounds good. And we've got, look at him up in Hollywood. And we've got like, monkey me, monkey you. We got Gibbon on the horn.
Jesse Malin, this is a great track. Jesse Malin, a song called Brooklyn.
Coming up, some monkey business.
Indeed.
Coldplay, Clocks on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Karl Pilkington. Right, give me some monkey magic, Carl.
Hang on, we better do the jingle, ain't you?
Oh, chimpanzee that.
Oh, you'll like this one. What I found is I found out like a lot of monkeys' names. Like that's how I found out about Oliver.
Yeah.
What do you mean you found out a lot of monkeys' names?
Well, there's a lot of monkeys out there, and you think they're just called monkey and what have you, but they're all given names, right? So this one that I found about, bit of a weird name anyway. It's actually called Crap. Its name, right? And
so they're not born with those names. It's not like their parents give them those names. You know, they're just chimps. Yeah.
Well, this one, right? And
it's called Crap.
Yeah, I know. Right, but do you know what it's famous for?
What, crap?
Yeah.
No.
Go on.
Is it involved with this show?
It's the first monkey to have its name tattooed on its head.
Yeah, again, I will say not by choice. There is no way that a chimp would go down to Camden Lock and go, are you a registered tattooist? I am, yes. Yeah, it's the cleanest, yeah. Go, okay,
Can I have a look through your book?
I'm looking for something quite gothic, but I'd like, you know, what's your name? Crap. Oh, I'm not sure I can do that because you're not drunk, are you? I haven't had a drink. I've had some Mbongo, and that's all. But no. What are you talking about? The first monkey to have its name tattooed on its head. What are you talking about,
There's got to be more information. Don't tell me you're leaving it there. There's got to be more information.
That was it. And then I read it thinking, well, that's weird because that means there's loads of monkeys with tattoos on their head. If that's the first one.
No, it could be still the only one.
The first and only.
Yeah, but would they report that?
What do you mean, would they report it? This isn't the Washington Post you're reading. This is mentalists who do websites about themselves every day.
What? There's got to be a third act to that story.
Why is that news? How did you come across that?
Well, you
first nut monkey with tattoo head. I mean, what are you talking about?
But why did it have its name tattooed on its head?
No, it didn't say that. I mean, yeah, I know it's mad, but he didn't say why.
Was that enough for you though? Did you feel satisfied having read that? Did you not have other questions?
There's no way that is in the Guinness Book of Records. There's no way that is cited in the Guinness Book of Records.
I just read it as like, what a weird name for a monkey, and then, you won't have that on your head.
What would be a good name for a monkey?
I don't know. Anything but that, really.
Yeah.
Dave.
Ted. But what do you think of that then?
Well, I don't know what to think about it because I don't know what you're telling me. I don't know that it's news. I don't know that it's true. I mean, I don't know where to start with that. Is that all you found? You found something about a monkey?
I'll tell you, right, when I was searching for stuff on monkeys, right?
Yeah.
I was searching around like I always do, finding information, right?
Yeah.
And found out, are you aware of the Iceman?
The Iceman?
Yeah.
Go on.
Right. And to me, the monkey thing was more...
What's the Iceman? Oh, the man that was found in the ice.
So you're aware
of
him?
Neanderthal man.
Right, yeah. Ricky, do you know
about
the Iceman?
Not a monkey,
though? No, I know, but I just was looking at, like, info.
Right.
The 5,000-year-old fella who was preserved in a glacier. That one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find that more fascinating than the monkey?
Well, I know that it's true.
Yeah, it is true, but do you find it more fascinating?
Well, Simply because it's true, I find it more fascinating. I can't act on some. If someone anything that's true is more fascinating.
But you see what I get from the monkey thing. You go, oh, I wonder if it was happy about that. And
but you accept it straight away. You accept that is true and interesting, and I don't know what that is. I mean, to me, it sounds like a bit of cruelty towards animals.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if that's true, it's disgusting to tattoo a monkey's head. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no way. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't do it. If a monkey, if they reported that a monkey went in and got a tattoo and chose it itself and then was riding a Harley Davidson down Camden, I'd go, that is incredible. But I'd really want to see it on the news, and it mustn't be anywhere near the 1st of April. You know what I mean?
I think you've just blown next week's.
We've got, chimpanzee that. Carl finds an amusing monkey or ape related story.
Well, listen, still to come, right? We've got the monkeys thing.
Oh, chimpanzee that.
And when I was out last Sunday, right, at Johnny's birthday party, Steve was there.
Yeah.
Got talking about stuff. And a debate that we didn't really finish cropped up.
It blew your mind, didn't it?
Amazing.
Oh, I know about this. Steve told me. This is the infinite amount of monkeys. Or a monkey with a typewriter and an infinite amount of time would eventually come up with the works of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
There was no debate. It's a philosophical, mathematical problem. There's no debate. It's true.
It won't happen.
No, listen, Carl, listen. Infinity sorts it all out for you, right? An infinite amount of monkeys at a typewriter, right? They do everything. They type everything. Infinity just sorts it all out for you. There's no getting to it and they're going, oh, well, let's have a look what they've done. This one's come close. Did Romeo and Juliet. It would do it all. It would type everything ever possible, conceivable.
Yeah, but
it's a mathematical.
Well,
infinity
we've heard your side of the argument, Rick. And I'll be honest with you, it's a persuasive one. But let's hear Carl, because he heard about this in a pub last week.
Yeah,
so
what's your problem? What's your problem with it? What's your problem with it?
Well, first of all, right, you're saying it's a load of monkeys. It's not just one monkey that
depends.
can live forever.
No, wait. It's either a chimpanzee with a typewriter with an infinite amount of time. He would eventually, by definition, mathematically, type everything ever possible, okay? Or it's an infinite amount of chimps with typewriters, and one of them will type it first time.
But already that's not right. You either need to have
what
one
do you mean?
monkey.
What? You mean employment laws? What do you mean it's not right?
Let's hear him out, please.
Okay.
If it's one monkey with a typewriter that's got loads of ink in it and that, right? At least it knows what it's done in the past.
It's not.
Keep going.
Crime.
If you've got a load of monkeys, it's like if you have too many. What's that saying about too many chefs?
Too many chimps spoil the soup.
Right. Well, it's the same thing. It's like, well, I didn't tell you to put salt in it. I was going to put salt in it, and it messes it up. Whereas if it's just one, they know what's gone on. So what I'm saying is,
just leave him go.
I can't be bothered.
I want to hear the rest.
This blows my mind. He doesn't know what this does to me. It's a mathematical problem.
I want to hear the rest.
well, it's just I just don't think it will happen.
What do you mean you don't think it'll happen? Infinity works it out for you by definition.
Well, what's stopping them typing the same thing again?
They would. In fact, the problem should be if you had an infinite amount of time that it would type. It works with Shakespeare an infinite amount of times and everything else an infinite amount of times. But you know, that's not as.
But not Shakespeare.
Oh, shut up, you idiot!
Rick, do you know what he said to me? I said to him, I just explained it to him. I said, you've got an infinite number of monkeys, infinite number of typewriters. They will type the complete works of Shakespeare. He said, have they read Shakespeare?
You're an idiot! Play a record.
Said, no,
I'm not having this conversation. I'm not having it because it really, really winds me up.
But you're saying they'll do it with no spelling errors.
Well, they do it an infinite amount of times. And they do it wrong an infinite amount of times. And they spell the last full stop wrong an infinite amount of times. And they get one thing wrong in Hamlet wrong an infinite amount of times. They do everything an infinite amount of times.
But are they going off a story that they've...
Play a record, Carl, because I'm going to knock you out.
I'm just saying...
Shut up!
do they know the story?
They're monkeys!
Oh, Christ.
No,
Right.
okay.
Lloyd Cole. She's a girl and I'm a man. Good that, innit? On XFM, 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
As ever, Rick, there's always someone who steps in to defend Carl.
Okay, what is the defence? What is the defence?
Here's an email from Scott Coomer. He says, Carl is actually right. I've got an A-level in statistics and probability. It doesn't matter how long they have and how many monkeys you have. You cannot guarantee they would type the complete works of Shakespeare. Infinity makes it probable they would get it right, but not definite.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was saying.
No, you weren't saying, Carl. You don't understand it. Infinity sort of sorts it out. That if they do anything, they nearly do everything, won't they?
No, I mean, they'll give it a good shot. Right?
No, that's not the point. But the
I'd
point
be
is
surprised if they did one page right.
Right, listen. It's not to do with consciousness. It's not to do with them aiming.
They are just bashing away at the keyboard.
It's like they're used to show that there isn't consciousness. They chose the chimpanzee because it can type, presumably, hit the keyboard.
It's because they hadn't come across you at the time.
Yeah. It's to take out thought out of it. It's to take out reason and trying, right? It's just random. They're saying that if you typed enough things, if the computer was left typing everything, if you left it for an infinite amount of time, and they chose Shakespeare because there is meaning behind it, and it's difficult to get it exactly right, to show you that Infinity would come up with it's not just Shakespeare, it's every novel. It's everything.
Fairly eloquent there from Gervais. A quick riposte, please, from Karl Pilkington.
No, I'm just saying, what I don't understand, if it hasn't read it, then how does it know where it's going?
Listen, right, listen, right, can I just explain to people, right? Some people have said, why are you cruel to Karl? He drives me mental with things like that. What do you mean, well?
Let me just take a breather.
How do I do your editing?
He keeps coming in the week. You know that I work here properly, in the week, don't I? Yeah, I've got a proper job,
Yeah.
Should be 9 to 5, but I normally get in at about 8 o'clock and work.
A lot of people get in at 8 o'clock.
Working hard, trying to do my job. 3 times this week, I've been rushing around. I walked past my little studio. He's sat in there, all right? Now, because I've got this sort of job, I can get away with it. I said to him, if I was a doctor, would he keep coming to me practice?
If you were a doctor, there'd be severe problems with the NHS.
Imagine that.
The standards would have lowered so much if you can arrive at the hospital, you're a doctor.
Pop in, I'll go to lunch, don't we? We have a little lunch break, don't we? I go, come on, let's go now. He goes, I'm busy. I go, come on, let's go now. He's going, no, you're doing me head in.
Well, when I was talking about the monkey conundrum with Karl, he said to me, right, if I had a day off work, and I was, say, watching the TV, and with one hand I was typing a typewriter, would I type Shakespeare? I mean...
Yeah, but you see, there's certain things. We were talking a little bit about this stuff the other week, weren't we, when we said you were going on about Einstein, and I said he's not that good. E equals MC squared. It sounds good, but I've never used it and that. Right?
I've never used it! You haven't used 2 and 2 equals 4, Karl!
The fella with an apple fell on his head. It could have been anyone sat under that tree. Do you know what I mean? It's just annoying.
Lucky. And
it just happened to be a genius.
Newton gets all the credit for his laws of the universe.
Well, other people were working whilst he was having a lunch break under the tree. So in a way, it's like he didn't deserve to have that success story.
Again, forget the apple and the tree and whether he was sitting down having a lunch break. It's totally irrelevant.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's certain things that will just happen. It's like, I think we were talking, when we were out eating the other week, we were talking about Noel Gallagher.
Well, this is the reason the monkey discussion came up, right? Noel Gallagher...
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Rick, I don't want to misquote Noel.
I'll be like Herbert Lom in Clouseau. I'm going to get a twitch whenever he opens his mouth. I don't know where to start with some of his statements.
Well, as I say, this discussion began because we were talking about a quote that Noel Gallagher supposedly gave. Now, I don't want to misquote Gallagher, but the gist of it was that he said, had I... written Wonderwall or whatever, instead of the Beatles writing Strawberry Fields or whatever, I'd be the one that was considered the great songwriter and it wouldn't be the Beatles. It's just the fact that they came first that meant that they get all the credit as being the greatest band.
I don't know where to start with that statement either.
I mean, that's Gallagher's thing and he's, well, whatever. We know what we think of that. What was your point, Karl? You agreed with him, didn't you?
Yeah, I reckon, right? Do you know we've talked about putting a baby in a room before and it'll know what colour it is and stuff? If you've got a room that's painted red, right, but forget that because that's going to confuse
him. Hear him out.
Listen to me. Say if they did some new TV show, right? Like, what's that film with Jim Carrey in where
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show, right? So they make up a little room, and some woman has some kids, and you say, right, let's put the kids in this room, and they don't know what's going on outside. They don't know anything about, like, EastEnders and that. It's like their little world, right? They don't know anything that's gone on.
How could a child survive without EastEnders?
Right, listen. So you sat in the room, right? And then when they're all asleep, right,
Wait for this bit.
someone
Have you heard this?
Yeah, wait for this bit. They're all in a room.
Yeah.
They're asleep.
Yeah.
someone pops in, puts a guitar next to the bed, right? Nips off out again. They wake up in the morning, and one of them goes, "What's this?" They don't even know it's a guitar because they've never seen one, right?
They're talking English, though.
Yeah.
We just left guitar out of the vocabulary.
Right. So
There's plenty more to come.
one of them will pick it up, and they'll go, "I don't know what it is," and they'll start strumming. They'll go, "That sounds good, doesn't it?" Give them a few weeks, they could come up with Hey Jude. Whereas, type in Shakespeare, a monkey that can't even spell.
I see that. Listen, I'll call you
Can't answer it.
I might come with you, Rick, if that's all right.
We've got to sort out that Christmas special as well.
Yeah, no, sure.
All right, I'll see you later.
I'm shooting off then as well.
Cheers, Carl.
Ready to launch your business? Get started with the commerce platform made for entrepreneurs. Shopify is specially designed to help you start, run, and grow your business with easy customizable themes that let you build your brand, marketing tools that get your products out there, integrated shipping solutions that actually save you time, from startups to scale-ups, online, in person, and on the go. Shopify is made for entrepreneurs like you.
Sign up for your $1 a month trial at shopify.com/setup.
Go on, he's getting all stressed because I screamed.
Sparky's Dream, Teenage Fan Club. I'll tell you, I'm sick of the screaming, Rick. I'm sick of that. I mean, no wonder Carl hates you, and that is the word I don't use often, but he does, and I've spoken to him in the past, and he loathes you.
Monkey news.
Give us one of the screams so the audience at home gets a taste of it. I'm taking my headphones off.
No,
and
I'm not going to
stepping
scream.
away. Go on, let's see what...
Right,
that
come
wasn't
on.
what you were doing.
Was it worse than that?
Yes!
Right, come on, monkey news.
We're not called Monkey News. It's not called Monkey News.
Chimpanzee, we're not going to pack all the monkey stuff in. We've got a quarter of an hour. What other show can say that?
Yeah.
We're not going to pack in all the monkey news.
We've got 15 minutes where we can't get all the monkey information in.
Right, come on.
You're going to love this one.
Go on.
Let's have the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that!
Right. I don't know how recent this was,
Oh, God. 17th century?
but it happened in Hackney, right? If you're outside London, that's in a place in London. And it's this monkey that's going about Hackney, nicking DVDs.
Even the monkey didn't go for videos. Even the monkey knew, well, there's no point getting on VHS.
We're glad you're on VHS.
You're having it. Throw it back.
Right, and there's a girl called Lisa who works in our office here, right, and I mentioned it to her because she lives in Hackney. I said, you familiar with this? And she said, oh, I remember something about it, which annoyed me. The fact that a monkey's running riot, but she didn't know the full story, and she lives there.
What do you mean a monkey? Do you mean a chimpanzee? Or a monkey?
I don't know, is he a zoo in Hackney? Is he a zoo there? I don't know what sort it was, but it was like...
Is there a zoo in Hackney?
I don't know, that's what I was asking. So,
right, get on with the story.
So anyway, it's been robbing stuff, and the other bit that really puzzled me, right, is the fact that...
And you're not easily puzzled by monkey news?
They took fingerprints. What do you think about that?
Well, they took fingerprints, presumably because they didn't know it was a monkey to start with.
No, they did. They saw it, nicking stuff, and they said, get fingerprints. So that means there's more than just one doing it.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
He had to fax them to Interpol.
Yeah. We know that is, yeah. It's Brian the monkey. Yeah.
So sorry, I don't understand. He was stealing DVDs, specifically DVDs.
DVDs, I think it said watches and stuff.
What, breaking into homes?
Yeah, in Hackney. Maybe.
Are you sure it wasn't a kid with a mask on?
No, seriously.
How was he breaking into homes?
Be good
Up the drain pipe. They're good, aren't they? They're good, aren't they?
But how would they do that?
So is that the news?
Well, that's how much do you want?
Is that monkey news?
For this week?
Well, I don't know that it's true. Again, I've got the things.
There was other stuff. There was another story that I found about a monkey, but I would like to know from someone in Hackney if... Do you know what I mean? And I missed that one on Crime Watch which would have been good. Right? But there was another story about one that, kept getting on buses, not paying its fare.
Not paying its fare?
And just sat in a corner reading the paper.
Reading the paper, Carl. You're an idiot.
Well, that wasn't in London.
You're an idiot.
That was in America.
It wouldn't read the paper. Why would it read the paper?
Because it was its way of sort of going, oh, well, if I'm reading something, maybe the inspector...
The inspector will notice my hairy hands.
Oh, Carl, you're such a fool!
Well...
Pilkington. Karl
We've just had a news flash that an infinite number of monkeys in Hackney and an infinite number of typewriters.
Yeah.
We don't know what for. At this stage, we've got no more information.
And they've taken back an infinite amount of graduate on the video. This is rubbish. See the grass, seen the light. I just think of people sort of of a Saturday going, you coming shopping? I go, I can't, I'm listening to XFM, there might be some monkey news. And they waited 2 hours for that. What sort of a show has a feature called Monkey News?
Well, I have to say, the monkey story has been corroborated.
Which one?
Well, this one, it says, police in Britain this week are on the lookout for a very different kind of burglar. A chimpanzee who has been sighted breaking into a house in Hackney, stealing a mobile phone and leaving. The chimp is also the prime suspect in a break and entry in a nearby house where part of a radio was taken. One policeman stated that it might have been trained to steal, but a monkey's not going to think, that's a mobile phone, I'll just have that.
Look at Carl's face.
Yeah. Fact. That's fact.
We've also got, chimpanzee that. More monkey news from around the world.
Monkey news. Stay tuned for that.
I like to excite Carl's imagination, right? And, if it involves chimps or monkeys, all the better. Brains he likes, parts of the body, deformity. You know, I know where to, what buttons to push. And, I told him about this thing. I don't know if any of you out there know about this, but there's an experiment they did in the 50s, a clinical psychology experiment where your two hemispheres of the brain, okay, they're joined by a thing called the corpus callosum, right, which is just a little flap of skin, like a little scarlet lead that joins your two hemispheres. And what they did, they cut that in half, and they thought it was a cure for schizophrenia, but what it turned out to be, or epilepsy, I think, I can't remember, was that your two sides of your brains didn't function together. You couldn't get information. I was telling Karl all this thing, and one of the things I told him was that they did it on a monkey, and it fought itself over a nut. Like its right arm was connected, by its left lobe of the brain, and it was fighting over itself. And Karl went, instead of like thinking this is amazing experiment, he went, would it have been happy if you'd given it two nuts?
Yeah, I know. Well, you started off by explaining, and I remember you mentioned, because I was watching the two of you as you were describing it to me, you said, of course, one side of the brain deals with symbolism, and as you said the word symbolism, I noticed Karl drift away from looking at you, pick up his mobile phone, and start pressing buttons randomly. And I thought it was the word symbolism that got him. And I noticed it took you just a moment longer, and I think the first thing you said was, when did I lose you?
Yeah, I knew I'd lost him.
It's extraordinary, and he doesn't even try to disguise it.
I said nomenclature at one point as well.
Right, yeah.
And I knew I was dicing with death there.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
But I told you tried to look it up, didn't you, on the web? You didn't find anything about it, did you?
The spelling of it's, what is it again? What's the word?
Corpus callosum.
Yeah, so... I couldn't do it.
No, it's no point.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Give up.
Don't bother. So if anyone knows any interesting facts about that,
yours hasn't been cut in half, has it, Karl? That would, again, might explain something.
I'll tell you what we will be talking about later. I don't know if you're sort of aware of them, Steve.
Go on.
Bonobos.
Oh, I
don't know much about bonobos.
I told him about, he was looking for stuff. I said, put in bonobo. He was having no luck with chimp. And they're a form of chimpanzee, but, they're even closer to us, evolutionarily speaking. They've got their social groups are more like ours. They're more intelligent, and he was loving it, weren't you?
So is it human bonobo Karl? Is that how it works on the evolutionary ladder?
Chimp Karl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking about
So we're talking about bonobos. You're excited about that?
Yeah,
That's coming up in monkey news.
No, I think it's a bit of a monkey bonus. Steve, are you aware of bonobos?
We mentioned them earlier. I'm not particularly familiar with bonobos. Right. It sounds like a cream cake.
No, they were a sort of a chimpanzee, but more advanced than the traditional chimpanzee. They live in one sort of particular area, and it's the sort of closest animal to the missing link. They're very intelligent. They take on a lot of social aspects of human. They have sex for pleasure and no other.
Steve's looking annoyed.
He's done, yeah. So what did you find out about?
Apparently, I found out it's 98% not human kind of thing. It's nearly human, but it's not.
We share 98% of DNA with it.
Yeah, 98%.
It's a higher percentage than you.
They have sex for pleasure.
They do look a bit like him, though. They've got a little round head, haven't they?
But,
and they're much more upright than the, got a more flexible.
I sort of get bored with animals that are like classed as being intelligent, right? So when you tell me,
I get bored with them
because they're not doing enough. They're not playing Nintendo.
Do you know, like that people always rave on about dolphins, saying, "Oh, they're really bright" and that.
Yeah.
You know, I was having an argument with Suzanne about it, and she goes, "Oh yeah, dolphins are really intelligent." And I said, "But what? What have they done?" So she said, "Well, they use them in wars. They strap bombs to the back to go out to boats, to then blow up the boats."
Yeah, they're trained. Yeah.
Well, that isn't that bright. If it was really bright, it'd go, "I'm not doing that."
Well, no, they leave them. They don't blow themselves up. Anyway, but
right. Well, so bonobos, really bright and that. Now, I was looking at them, and they are, they're saying, they're just like humans, basically, right? But what I was thinking is, I didn't have a chance to ask you, if you got a mentalist,
right,
and put the bonobo in an exam.
Okay. What do you mean a mentalist? What do you mean?
Well, someone who's, a little bit, just a little bit slower than me, and put them in an exam. What would happen?
Right, okay, you've got to be clearer here, Carl. What are you saying? Are you saying pit the wits of a bonobo against
someone who's educationally subnormal?
Yeah. What do you reckon?
Again, I don't know where to start.
No, but if they're that good, why aren't they being used in labour and stuff? Do you know what I mean?
What in the late? What do you mean in the government?
Some jobs that they could do. Why hasn't someone caught onto it and thought, well, hang on a minute?
Sorry, I'm not familiar with the bonobo. Seriously, could it do a job of work? How advanced are these creatures?
Lots of animals do job of work. I think Carl wants this bonobo to start going to work with an umbrella and a bowler hat and have sort of like rudimentary language skills like morning.
So I couldn't employ the bonobo to be my PA. It's not. I mean, how advanced are they? Could I teach you to go in the shops and collect something and bring it in?
But you can teach a dog to do that. Yeah. It depends what you mean by intelligence, social interaction, also dexterity capability,
Could it produce this show?
Yes, I'd have thought it could, randomly.
Yeah. Just by pressing the buttons it can do a better job.
It depends what you're asking, Carl. What you mean is, could a chimp beat a thick human at an intelligence test?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But it depends on what the problem with the human is, doesn't it? Right. First of all, mental illness has nothing to do with intelligence. Let's get that straight. That's one thing. Mental people aren't necessarily less or intelligent than people.
Now, is that the clinical term?
Well, exactly.
A mentalist.
A mentalist. Sometimes I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to start with where he's going wrong with the question, to answer it, to find out what he really means, because
it's just like if that did happen, right?
What could happen? You want the planet of the apes, don't you?
Here we go.
Go on.
Right? I go to school. I go to a new school.
Yeah.
I go in the class. There's 3 bonobos sat on the back row.
Yeah.
Right? I think it would make everybody...
They're bad kids, are they?
Everybody would work harder because you go, well, I don't want a monkey beating me. Whereas when I went to school...
You think they'd be an incentive?
Yeah.
Well, I think...
Okay, they go, oh, go on. What do you mean?
No, I would have loved it. Because, one of the reasons I didn't like school is it's like, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothering going in today. I'd love it if I went in and someone said, right, you're going to start coming again. Why is that? You've got 3 bonobos in your class.
What if they didn't hang out together, like the 2 little kids with the webbed hands and the big heads?
What if they started bullying you? Stealing your pocket money?
Well, maybe go in.
Maybe copying you. Maybe making you do their homework.
Yeah. They did find out.
To be honest, it would probably be the other way round. And he'd score better.
Yeah. Carl, have you been copying?
Have you been copying the bonobos again?
Have you been copying Boo Boo again?
It'd be good though, wouldn't it?
Well, it'd be great. I wish I could live in your mind for just a day. Sorry, what was the monkey news? Quickly.
No. We got to save monkey news. We'll have to do that when we.
Is it quick? Is it quick? Going into the record.
The monkey news, is it quick?
Yeah.
I can tell it to you quick.
Quick then.
Right.
Jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that. Go.
Shambles.
Hurry up!
There's a monkey in India, right? On a railway station, waiting for the train. No, don't mess about, because I've got to get through it quick. There's monkeys sat there, and this robber nicks somebody's handbag or something, goes running off down the platform, the police are chasing them, monkey steps in, trips the fella up, pins him down, police come and arrest the fella.
He tripped over the monkey. Okay, play a record.
He didn't.
He tripped over the monkey.
The monkey was waiting for a train.
He tripped over the monkey.
The monkey was waiting for a train.
He tripped over the monkey.
Did he check the timetable?
Okay, leave it.
He bought his own ticket. Well, he phoned me in the week and he said, Steve, don't forget, there's a documentary on Friday night about Oliver the humanzee, the human monkey. He said to me, it's going to be brilliant.
And it wasn't.
And it wasn't brilliant.
It was.
I especially stayed in and watched it.
I taped it and watched it afterwards, and I've never seen so much hype and desperation. They kept showing the same clip of this chimpanzee that walked upright like a lot of chimps can.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
It lost its hair, so it was half human, because all humans are bald.
Yeah.
So that's the half human bit. It didn't have hair. I'm sorry, humans do have hair on their heads.
Yes.
The other thing was this desperation to go, could it be half chimp? No. It's a chimp that superficially looks less like a chimp than other chimps. So Lee Evans looks a bit like a chimp. Is he half chimp, half human?
Yeah.
No, he's a human who looks a bit like a chimp. That's libelous.
Yeah.
That's a bit insulting,
Evans
isn't
could
it?
have you
Should we
there.
just play some music?
Yeah,
now?
I'm really sorry about that.
I'll get back to you on that.
It's interesting that neither you or I, and I like to think of ourselves as being fairly close friends of Karl.
Yeah.
We have made him the man he is today. We cannot get in touch with him.
In
We
the
cannot
same way,
contact him.
same way that bloke bought Oliver.
Sure.
I think that Karl is now ours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, exactly. I think very much that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
Karl is very much like a humanzee.
If
in
we
many
look,
ways.
we're going to lose contact with him and find him 5 years in a circus in Manchester.
Exactly, they're doing experiments on him.
Yeah. They go,
We can't figure him out.
Yeah. Well, there's something wrong with
He
his
looks like
chromosome.
a human,
He,
but-
he acts like because usually humans stand upright.
Yeah.
And Karl likes to walk on all fours whenever he can.
Yeah, he's not interested in other human women. He's only interested in apes.
Yeah. It
doesn't make sense.
Oh my God. And he's bald.
He is bold.
Oh, look, there's as much evidence
And-
for Karl being a humanzee as Oliver.
Yeah.
I think there's more. And,
Well, Karl barely walks upright.
I know.
Scared of fire.
Yeah, I know. It is interesting, isn't it? Oliver was built, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I
ball.
don't know.
It was
Why were you looking, Rick? I'm interested that you I couldn't. What? Your eyes were kind of uncontrollably drawn
Steve, they were
towards
just
his.
there.
No, I didn't say anything. I was just looking at his face.
No,
Sorry, Rick, but if there's something you want to get off your chest,
yeah, and that was the human part of it then, was it? Being built like that? Because
Yeah.
it's humans, but...
Yeah.
Although Karl's is very tiny and hidden behind. And I've noticed something else as well. He's got a big red arse,
that's true.
hasn't he?
Yeah, it's all beginning to slot into place.
And I've seen him climb up a cabinet and eat a banana as well. Just over lunchtime.
and peel it with his toes.
It's all coming together.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to track him down because he's malingering. He's definitely malingering.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, he's at home now in the garden swinging on his tyre. The connection there that we were talking about was, of course, it was by the monkeys.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. Brilliant.
They
Brilliant.
turned up in yesterday's episode, didn't they?
A lot of people, I'm sure, won't have seen this documentary. It was on Channel 5 after all.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
always feel like we should remind people that what we're actually talking about. If we just happen to mention Oliver, a lot of people don't know what that means.
Yeah.
If we explain that it is the primate version of Karl.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the sort of shorthand, isn't it?
Yeah, the half. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were on a the
humanzee.
The humanzee. He was on a Japanese TV show. They were doing experiments on him to find out if he was half human, and the monkeys happened to be there.
Yeah.
Mickey Dolenz saying, I'm quite interested to find out because I'm a monkey. One of the
Brilliant.
monkeys. It was
Excellent.
extraordinary. It was absolutely bizarre. We had an email about Oliver the humanzee. For those that didn't watch it, there was a documentary last night about a chimp that was supposedly a human or was half human
Karl's
or might
favourite
seem like...
programme ever.
Yeah.
For a week, Karl has been saying it's going to be brilliant.
I wish he was here
And
to
he's
discuss
not here to discuss it,
Yeah.
sadly. But Lee Cranston has emailed in and says, I thought the best part of the Oliver programme was the guy Vincent Pace, the camp fella at the piano, telling how he first met Oliver. Quote, he grabbed his female owner, turned her around and bent her over and went to mount her. I made her an offer to buy him the next day. Vincent was then shown in a very nostalgic mood playing melancholic music. He obviously wanted some monkey action.
He really, that's,
I mean, it is potentially liable.
That's liable. It's a joke there. But
I don't take any responsibility for what Lee Cranston says, or indeed the fact that he puts at the end, did he want to turn Oliver into a gay pansy? Question mark. That's Lee's thoughts and opinions. They don't necessarily reflect those of XFM.
He sees the chimp mount a human and go, I've got to have that chimp. I must have that chimp. Oh, poor Karl. Where is he?
As you mentioned earlier, he was very well endowed. Apparently, I didn't see it myself.
It was a big
boy.
Chimp.
Big
Sure,
boy.
a big half boy.
Yeah.
A big half boy, half chimp.
Did you watch the monkey programme last night? You told us to watch the monkey programme. We all stayed and watched the monkey programme.
Alright, wasn't it?
What's rubbish, wasn't it? Obviously not half chimp, half human.
Well, I mean, they missed out a lot of the interesting bits.
They didn't have any interesting bits. Those are bits that you made up to make it more interesting.
The bits that I told you about 3 months ago before they decided to make the programme.
Yeah.
What were the bits that you came up with?
Well, they missed out the bits about, the zookeeper.
Right, there wasn't a zookeeper. Yeah, go on.
Well, there was, but they left that bit out.
Well, okay, fine. And they left out the bit where it ran from there in 1975.
In terms of those that did research, they actually went and filmed it. You read it on the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chances are you're the one with the facts wrong.
Yeah, I think they also left out the bit when it jumped over 3 double-decker buses on a motorbike.
On Evel Knievel's motorbike.
Yeah. So, I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Not only do you not bother turning up, but you turn off the radio and start watching football.
I turned it off, but I've recorded it. I'll listen back later and sort of...
Well, what good is that?
Sort of, I like to keep it in shape and that. I'll have a word next week.
All right. If you receive any phone calls from people you don't know, we don't know anything about that. Instantly, we don't know why that is happening. That is just going to be a weird, spooky thing. So
and don't bother telling the story about Men in Black 2 either, because I don't think people will be interested.
Actually, on the subject of Men in Black 2, what?
Have you seen that, Steve?
No, I haven't, Carl. Tell me about it.
You should see it.
Go on. Why?
Because there's this thing in it.
Go on.
What,
a stupid, bald Mancunian tosser?
No, weirder than that.
There isn't anything weirder than that.
Big eyes, it was gangly.
Keep talking.
And, you've got to see it, because you wouldn't believe how the likeness and that. You've got to get the film out tonight.
Right.
It's not as weird, it had a normal voice, right?
He's done you and he's not even here!
I'll tell you what, mate, it ain't worth coming in next week.
Stay on the line, Carl. Play a record player. Kings of Leon, Molly's Chambers. What do you think of that, Carl?
Alright.
There's a surprise.
Another
insightful remark.
Steve is not a fan now. Not only does he know you've been slagging him off behind his back.
No, I wasn't slagging Steve. If you get it out on the DVD tonight, you'll know I'm not slagging you off. It could be your brother.
I love the fact that it makes it worse, but he's thinking you're going to go, oh, he wasn't slagging me off. It does look like me. I do think I'm an alien. I love the fact that you hope Steve will go, he's got a point. It's a spitting image. Yeah.
I am, seriously, Carl, I'm really angry. I'm so angry with you at the moment.
You haven't seen it yet?
No, I know, because I know what it's going to be, and I'm just...
Why?
I'll tell you why I'm angry, because he doesn't do it in jest.
No, but what do you think it's going to look like? What do you think this thing's going to look like?
Going to look ludicrous. It's not going to look anything like me, but he's going to pretend it does. Go on, what? Go on.
No, it does look like you.
Yeah, of course it does. And you looked like the human Z.
Well,
I mean, to be honest, you did a bit, Carl. You walk like him, you're bold like him, you got a sort of gormless face like him. Any more?
I don't smoke. That does.
But we've got a new feature, haven't we?
Which one's this?
Are we doing within the Monkey News, the new feature?
Oh, Steve.
I'm excited. You know Monkey News is my favourite feature, so what have you added to it?
Explain it.
Right, well, there's been loads of stuff going on in the past few weeks, right? But for the times when I struggle, when sort of monkeys have had a quiet week, and there isn't that much news going on, right? Come up with this thing. I sort of speak to an expert. I've spoke to him already.
You spoke to an expert, a monkey expert?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I ask him a question.
Wow.
Right? The feature It's got a good name. You know, that's the way I work.
Yep.
Cheapest chimps. Right?
Okay.
And what I do, I ask them a question about, you know, well, how much does it cost to, you know, keep one? How much does it cost to, you know, feed one for a week?
Yeah.
All this sort of stuff. So I give out like a monkey story, and if that isn't enough for people, they'll also learn something else at the end of it.
Right.
Yeah.
So like...
It sounds fascinating, can I say right now?
That's just some of the things that we've come up with. Play a record, Carl.
Please still continue to listen there.
All right.
Carl, you know what the time is? Bong. Monkey news.
Yeah. Right.
Imagine if Trevor McDonald started like this.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of stuff going on that with monkeys.
Oh, yeah?
I was mentioning earlier how we're sort of making the feature grow a bit, right? So I'm thinking, I haven't told you, Steve, either. I've actually been asked to write a thing about monkeys.
A poem?
No, for a magazine called something Apes.
Right.
They want me to do like a column, 500 words
About monkeys?
Anything I want on monkeys. Anything.
What are you going to write?
Don't know. You know, think about it.
Well, give him a typewriter. Come up with Shakespeare eventually.
Yeah. You could write about that. Why didn't you write about that? The fact that you don't believe it. You don't believe that an infinite number of monkeys could type can do with Shakespeare.
Because you reckon most of them hadn't read Shakespeare, so they wouldn't know some of the spellings.
Exactly.
It wouldn't happen.
You idiot. Get on with it.
All right.
There's been a few things, but one that springs to mind is they found a load of monkeys somewhere. Right?
This is brilliant.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine this if this was news.
Yeah.
Go on. Where?
Somewhere.
I think it was in...
17th century?
It doesn't matter that bit. Right?
Okay.
Found a load of monkeys that are having a good chat.
Go on.
They're having a good chat. All right.
They found monkeys that can talk.
Yeah.
They've worked out... They've got about 534 different words that they're using to like have a chat about stuff.
More than you.
Yeah, what do they chat about then?
Just, you know, things that monkeys are worrying about. Just, you know, where do you get that from? You know.
Who does your hair?
You going out with her again, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that?
Sorry, you can't just leave that.
No, I'm just intrigued. I'm just intrigued to know what else. Is there any...
No, I mean, that
were they
was-
discussing the humanity? Did you see that programme on Channel 5?
Yeah.
He can walk upright.
Yeah.
was good,
But
man.
I mean,
Did you see how well
do you
hung
mean
he
they
was?
taught them? They taught themselves this language?
Yeah.
Where is this? In the wild? Is it? Not sign language.
It's
but
in some jungle somewhere. They found these monkeys. He heard some explorer was over there, cutting through the woods and that.
and he heard his name,
Heard
and he
some-
thought, "That's what he went. What do you want, Ronnie?" It wasn't me. I didn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't say, "Oh, it's Snodgrass. Where'd you get that gun?"
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it's only me and you here.
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not weird. It's not true.
Well,
right, come on then. What's next?
Once again, well, what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, that did happen.
So, well,
And to sort of add to that feature,
that's not true.
we're doing cheapest chimps.
Right. Can I just say now to the audience, if you thought that Rockbusters was bad, if you thought that piece of rubbish earlier about the Chinese hairy kid was bad, I'm suspecting this is going to be really not very good at all. I'm just pointing the finger.
What do you think of it? What do you think of his negativity, Carl? And
He keeps doing it.
I just don't think you should start with the name of the quiz first. This is my only concern. You come up with cheapest chimps, and now you're trying to construct a game around that.
see,
And I'm not sure it's a proper... Well, okay, what is the game? Let's hear it.
Right. It's about a chimp, right?
Surprising.
Spoke to an expert about him.
Who was the expert?
Someone at London Zoo.
Okay.
How many bananas do you think the little chimp that they've got at London Zoo eats a day?
Right. How many bananas does a little chimp at London
Can
Zoo
they call
eat?
in for
No,
this?
I'd leave it. I'm just testing it out on Steve because we've already got an email thing going on here.
So how many bananas do they eat a day? One chimp per day, how many bananas?
Yeah.
How many bananas does a chimp eat a day? And does this mean that... Because sometimes I've seen them on the telly, they peel one, they'll just eat a bit of it, then they'll throw it away. We're talking a whole banana?
How many bananas does it eat a day?
How many bananas do you eat a day?
Getting angry. Come on.
Well, I'll try and have 2 if I've got time, but I'm pretty busy.
Well, I'll go swinging on your tyre.
How many do you reckon?
I think a little monkey, tiny little monkey, per day, over the course of a day, I reckon he probably eats 15 bananas.
Right, Ricky, what are you going for? Little chimp at London Zoo.
But hold on, but presumably they don't only feed it bananas. So
Okay.
so the question is,
It's how many bananas does it eat? Come on,
yeah, but
Rick.
how many does it get given? It would eat 15 if it was given 15, but it might be given one slice of banana, 15 oranges, 200 potatoes, and some lettuce.
How many bananas does it eat? Come on. Have a guess.
5?
Yeah.
Right. It's only one.
Yeah, because it only gets given one.
Cheap as chimps.
What?
So it's pretty cheap to have a chimp.
Right. I'm on your side now, Steve.
I don't understand what happened then. So at the end of it, you always shout cheap as chimps. Is that what? That's the quiz, is it?
Oh, play a record.
Wait, so is that it? Is that seriously
Is that it? Was that the first instalment of Cheap as Chimps?
Yeah.
We'll have to see what the press say about this.
And why does it only eat one banana? Because it only gets given one banana.
I think that's all it wants.
No.
So you don't even know. You didn't even bother to ask him.
It wouldn't just get given one banana and nothing else. It would get given banana and then lots of other stuff like apples, oranges, carrots. It would get given a balanced diet.
Cigars.
Yeah. So it's just how many do they give it at London Zoo?
I look forward to playing this again.
For my business to grow, I need
To find a bigger space,
loads of stock ready for the busy spell.
I need a new wood chipper.
I need to move our fleet over to electric vehicles.
New machinery for the factory floor.
Whatever your business needs, wherever you are, talk to Barclays. With our biggest ever loan fund and expert support at every step, we're here to help your business grow. Grow your business. Bank on Barclays. Search Barclays Business Banking. Subject to normal lending assessment, status and application. Terms and conditions apply.
We have got monkey news. We've got Cheap as Chimps. That's not the same thing. How many radio stations have got two ape-related simian features?
Rick, can I point out now, a lot of people are making that mistake. A lot of people are thinking that monkey news is exactly the same as Cheap as Chimps. It's not. Let's keep that clear.
It's not. It's in the same ballpark, but it's not the same.
There are apes. They're involved.
They're involved. Yeah. Right, it's that time again, isn't it? Monkey news.
Yeah, monkey news.
Oh, monkey news.
Right, if you're a new listener, this is where we do a bit of monkey news.
Oh, imagine him giving these charts on a news programme, like News Night Review or News at 10. Over to Karl Pilkington. Yeah, all right. This monkey's gone mad again. Go on.
Right, we've done quite a lot of good stuff. The one that sort of kicked up most of the fuss was probably Ollie the monkey.
I love the fact that they're all monkeys. He's a chimpanzee.
Well, right.
It's an ape.
Well, today, right, we're looking at one that's it's called Coco.
Oh yeah, the sign language one.
Well, what I've read about him is he speaks, right?
Oh God.
Highly educated.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Carl!
Right.
I love the fact that when he gets a gifted ape, he has to look up to him. He realises that he is superior. I love that.
Right.
Oh.
And he also likes going on computer chat rooms.
I can't take this anymore, Steve. I'm going to be sick. Oh, God.
Which, right, that's pretty amazing.
You know, if an infinite number of monkeys are in an infinite number of chat rooms, they'll eventually type, which is your favourite episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Exactly, yeah. Carl Pilkington, you're an idiot.
But the thing is, right, you're saying about the infinite thing again, about monkeys, if you put them in a room with a typewriter, they'll come up with Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I'd sort of agree with that, right? With monkeys who can't do other stuff, but this one I reckon's going to be busy taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
I think monkeys that are boring.
Is there a boring monkey? Would you ever have a chimp and you'd go, Suzanne would go, I've got your birthday present. And you know, it's a chimp fella. He's about a sort of like a middle-aged chimp.
No, I'd love it. I'm talking on
Would you ever
behalf
go,
of the...
I'll tell you what, Suzanne, that one's boring.
No, but I bet the monkey would get bored, I mean. Do you know what I mean? The monkey would be bored. I'd be loving it. I'd love to have a little monkey, right? But what I'm saying is...
You really would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
If you buy him a camera, he'd be happy again, wouldn't he?
Well, yeah, but that's just it. You wouldn't get in touch. It's like... if you can do other stuff, you don't want to do the boring stuff.
Forget the typing. Forget the monkeys typing. Talk about this monkey that's a photographer.
No, but we are in a way. I'm just saying that would be happier. Monkeys that have got nothing else to do, if they can't take pictures and that, and they can't go on chat rooms,
they're happy to sit in a room typing away for infinity. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But he's got maybe a little exhibition to put on.
Do you think?
Do you know that most chimps and apes and monkeys still actually just live in trees? These are in laboratories and zoos and things. You know that's not the norm. These monkeys, walking around, sort of chatting and riding bikes.
Yeah,
you know that's not natural.
Exactly.
No, I know, but
if you left a bike in the jungle and then came back a few years later, there wouldn't be monkeys riding around on it and a book. If you left a bike with a book in the basket, right, and you went away for 10 years and you came back, there wouldn't be a whole new transport system and schools.
No,
they'd eat it. They'd throw it round and eat it. Right, we've done that. Monkey news. Right, straight. Let's hit them dead. Let's go straight with cheap as chimps, Carl.
Right. Well, this will probably finish today, to be honest.
Oh,
right. Because what if we looked at it, cheap as chimps? We found out that
they eat one banana. Next, go on, do this one.
Banana a day. And that.
Yeah, that's
right,
it. Brilliant.
So what?
It was a long-running feature. Go on.
Sorry, can I just ask again? What are the rules with cheap as chimps?
It's just if you wanted a chimp, how much would it sort of cost you?
Brilliant. Title come first.
So, yeah, as always, that's the way to do it, right? Cheap as chimps. I thought I'll go online and see, if I could buy one.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you reckon?
£6,000
to buy a chimp.
Yeah.
Oh no, ridiculous amount. What? Where can you buy them from? What sources? You shouldn't be able to buy them.
eBay.
What do you mean? Buy a chimp from who?
There was this website that was selling stuff.
What you could actually?
What are you talking? What are you talking about?
Right, here we go then. Right, I looked at it. Here's some of the other animals that were on there.
No. Wait a minute. What are these poachers?
I don't know.
What, the zoos that got bored with them? Where can you buy a chimp?
I don't want to give it a plug.
Right,
some
go on
website,
then.
Right.
So what are the other animals available?
Right, well, that'll give you some prices with the other animals, then you can try and work out if it's cheap as chimps, right? So, right, a camel. What do you reckon?
£25,000.
Right, $8,000 for a camel, right? Sloth?
40 quid.
$3,000.
Right.
Last one, Bengal tiger.
Oh, that's got to be pricey. $12,000.
$1,800.
What?
Yeah.
Carl, this is an awful website. That can't be true, mate.
Right,
that's
so
awful.
A chimp.
Well,
$5,000.
I'm going to go with $1,000.
$55,000.
What?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
but I don't know what to say because this is rubbish anyway. What website can you buy? Okay, get me a tiger. Here's £1,000. Get me a tiger.
well, I don't know.
You're an idiot.
If postage and packages and.
Sorry, so where does the cheapest chimps element come in?
Well, that's
Aren't you supposed to shout it's cheap as chimps at the end?
Well, it isn't. That's why I want to finish the feature.
I don't know what isn't as cheap as chimps.
Oh, this is amazing. This is amazing broadcasting.
So
we're up for a Sony Award, aren't we? I hope they're listening because it's ours.
Yeah,
with features like cheap as chips, it's ending because they're not.
It's in the bag.
And do you remember? Here's Athlete.
Okay, well, why don't you give us some monkey news? Is it monkey news time?
Come on, monkey news.
We'll play a song and we'll...
No, do monkey news.
Let's play a song.
Oh, it's a great track.
Cheer up, Carl.
Is it new? Is this
Waiting
new?
for an Alibi with Thin Lizzy.
What year?
Doesn't have to be new. It's brilliant.
What year was it out?
Oh, Einstein wasn't new when he came up with the greatest theory ever. Oh, hold on. Hey, hold on. You're not new.
Hang on, I'd love to have some monkey news, though.
Go on, then. Got any monkey news?
Yeah, got some monkey news.
Come on, then.
No, Rick, come on. Cheer up.
Well, it's a sort of like... He moans that he's got too much time on his hands, and he comes up with that
Okay.
shite.
Monkey news. The jingle, please.
Oh, chimpanzee that, monkey news.
There's been quite a lot of stuff going on. There was a few bits in that Guinness Book of Records book that cost me 20 quid.
Yeah, well, that's not news, is it? They printed that probably last September.
No,
so
there's one in there.
New music. New monkey news from last September. You're a lord.
Come on.
Waster.
Please, Ricky, monkey news.
Right, there was this monkey in a zoo in Brazil.
Right.
And there's a little man monkey, a little woman monkey. And
you're a scientist, aren't you? Go on.
And they said the people in charge were like, "Oh, wouldn't it be good if they had kids?"
Brilliant.
Right. So anyway, the chimps used to stand sort of, they'd have their little caves each, and used to sort of lean on the fence having a bit of a chat and stuff with each other. Right?
With a chat, of course.
Well,
gossiping, gossiping.
The equivalent sort of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, they were getting on a storm, and like the zookeepers were like,
"Can you hear that, cheapest chimps this week?" I thought it was fascinating. Yeah, just gossiping. I understand.
So, what's any monkey news? I don't know. Let's tune in.
What was monkey news this week?
Come on. It was from last September.
So there was stood there having a chat, and the zookeepers were like, "I wonder if they're ever gonna, have kids and that."
Yeah.
Anyway, it went on for ages. This just chatting, no sort of action.
Blimey.
So what the zookeepers did was they said, "I know they'll have kids."
Are we letting that go? They were just chatting. Are we just letting that go?
We're letting it
You know
go.
what I mean? Just doing whatever monkeys do.
Okay.
Right? So the zookeepers were like, "Yeah, I wonder when they're gonna, have some kids."
Yeah.
Anyway, what they decided to do to egg them on.
Yeah.
Bought one of them a suit, one a wedding dress.
Right.
Keep going.
No, I'm not having it.
Shut up, Gervais. Fade him down if he's going to interrupt. I want to hear the rest of this.
They got married.
So they got married?
Yeah, they got married.
Right.
What? That's the end of it. This is why I don't. Right. That's the end of monkey news. That's the end of monkey news. Don't do that again. You've got no features left.
Why don't you like that?
Well, it's not a story. It's about two chimps chatting, which doesn't happen. The zookeeper's going, I wonder if they're going to ever have kids. Egg them on. They got married. That's the end of the story. What are you talking about?
Hang on, just calm down. Let me just check that you didn't make a mistake there and didn't lose out.
What do you mean you didn't make a mistake?
Wait a minute, he may have just left out a fundamental piece of information.
What, the story?
That would have made it into a story.
Right.
Let me just check the facts. So they bought them wedding outfits. They were married. Did they propose to each other, or were they just forcibly married?
Encourage him.
Just forced onto it.
And what was the outcome? Once they got married, what happened? They fell in love?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa,
It's not a marriage, Carl.
Be quiet.
It's not a real marriage. I don't know what you've got in your head. It's like the head of Homer Simpson. I'd go in there and there'd be a wedding reception and there'd be a couple of fights and they'd be talking about stuff.
They got married. They fell in love. Did they have children?
They're not back off the honeymoon yet.
Play a record. You got no features left. You got one feature left and come back to the film. Boo-hoo-hoo, it won't do. Listen to the Gallagher Boys and stop crying your heart out on XFM 104.9. No need to. It's monkey news.
So that is the time.
Time for monkey news. Can we have the jingle?
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
I love the jingle.
Right, well...
Can we play that jingle once more?
Yeah.
Let me cue it up.
So, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Got a lot to live up to now.
I'll be honest with you, often that jingle is more fun than the monkey news.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got to excel yourself this week.
Well, it's there's been a lot going on.
In the monkey world.
Yeah, I was looking at the Guinness Book of Records that we bought last week.
Mm-hmm. What you bought?
What that I bought.
Yeah. Is it still wet?
I was cleaning the tea off it. I was having a little read through. And there was some monkey stuff in there. There was... this isn't the actual story, I'm just telling you what it's like looking up monkey news all week.
It's like behind the scenes. Yeah. It's like the making of monkey news, which is actually available on DVD.
Exactly.
It's 12 minutes unseen footage, just the making of monkey news, which is my favourite bit in a way. If you enjoy monkey news, see how it happens. See, from conception to
how it's all put together.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. What's a typical monkey news day?
Well, there was some stuff about a monkey in the Guinness Book of Records. I think it had the record for asking for a cup of coffee in 23 different ways.
I don't know what to say. Oh.
That's good. Just to show the monkey news is getting bigger and people are covering it. Donald McIntyre, he was on BBC.
Yeah.
On Monday.
He was on Channel 5, wasn't he?
No, he hasn't moved over yet. This is something that he did for the BBC.
Right.
So that was pretty good. That was about, well, it wasn't good. It was pretty sad, really.
What?
He was doing these things. You know, like last week we were doing Cheap as Chimps?
Yeah.
And someone emailed in saying, you know, Donald McIntyre's doing Cheap as Chimps.
Really?
And it was about...
I bet he wasn't. I bet Donald McIntyre did not do a programme called Cheap as Chimps.
They didn't use that title.
No.
But you could tell where they'd got the format from.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it was about gorillas and how much you can get one for. But the problem was, because they're that pricey, they were sort of... I mean, I don't even want... It's depressing,
if it's cool, then don't... Yeah, forget it.
Yeah, it was a bit...
Okay.
You know,
I mean, can I just say, in the making of Monkey News and Cheap as Chimps, not anyone known as harmed.
There's no monkeys harmed.
No. Go on.
All right. Well, anyway, today's story was emailed in.
So you didn't even do anything towards it? So when you say I've been working on Monkey News, what, you printed that out?
So is the making of Monkey News you checking your email?
Well,
Brilliant.
no, I'm always looking at different options at, you know, how much is going on.
This is what makes me laugh when he says he's really busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff and that. I'm doing other stuff.
People are sending in Monkey News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get an email.
Is it from
check it out.
Reuters?
Well, listen, it's from Steve.
Okay.
Right? Now, what it is this monkey, right?
Yeah.
Don't know where it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bit before the monkey anyway, right?
Jeez.
Is this... No, listen.
Shoot me.
Right? It's a bank. There's this bank, right? Busy bank. Normal day, everything's going normal, right? Busy bank, people going in, doing what they do, seeing about mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything's normal, everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's quite busy one day. Fella comes in with a gun and a balaclava on.
Up to no good.
Right, I'll tell you now, Carl. If this fella turns out to be any ape or monkey related species, you're never doing this again. You're never. So just, if you want to finish it, it's at your own risk. But if this fella who robbed the bank turns out to be a chimpanzee, that's the end of Monkey News.
All right.
Okay, let's hear the end. It's a lovely day in a lovly bank. Everyone's happy.
Everything's normal.
The man comes in the balaclava.
Man comes in. Starts,
Is it a man?
Starts waving a gun around.
Shut up, Rick. Let him finish the story.
Starts waving a gun around.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to no good.
So everyone's thinking, oh, God, you know, wish I didn't come in here. It's not going to be a good day.
How tall is the man?
Shut up. Let's hear it.
Everything, you know, oh, God. And he's telling everyone to get down on the floor.
Yep.
In what,
thinking,
in English? In English?
Yeah.
In English?
So.
Yeah.
So everyone's panicking. Everyone's getting on the floor thinking, this is it. This is, you know, it's all over.
Yeah.
Just when you think, you know, it's all bad news.
Yeah.
It's all bad news. Doors swing open. Little monkey wanders in.
God, it's worse.
Shut up, Rick.
Little monkey wanders in, right? The robber's like, what's going on here? He's telling it to get down on the floor. I don't think he was taking any notice.
No,
right?
it was just busy asking for coffee.
It runs in. I don't know if it was going to withdraw or deposit or whatever. It wanders in, right? Goes up to the robber.
Where did it come from?
Shut up. Will you let him finish the story and then ask questions? That's only fair.
Okay.
Wanders in. Runs up to the fella with the gun, takes the gun and the bag of money off him. Everyone's like, yay, you know, we've been saved. Then the monkey starts backing out with the gun and the money.
Shut up. Sit down and
I'm having this.
And
Here's the end of the story.
It does a runner with the money and the gun. No one's seen it since.
You are an idiot. I mean, you have said some stupid things in your time. What are you talking about?
It's a story that happened.
No! What are you talking about? What do you mean it backed out? It came in, was it an accomplice? Was it an opportunist monkey robbery? What are you talking? Think, Carl. Think.
I know it's mad. That's the idea of Monkey News. We're telling people how monkeys are pretty, you know, they're mental.
They're up to no good.
What do you think? They've never seen the monkey since. What, did he have a getaway car waiting? Did he swing his way to freedom? Where was this? There's no details. Don't talk rubbish.
Well, yeah, Steve emailed it in. He's got it off the net. And the funny thing is,
can I see it? Have you got the information there?
Yeah, the funny thing is, it wasn't just him who sent it. I had that a couple of times. So a few people obviously read the story and said, you know, that'll be good for Monkey News. It doesn't say anymore. It doesn't say if he went off to Spain. It doesn't say, you know, what, you know, if he's on Crime Watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't say any of that. It's just saying that's what he did. That's the story. And that's what Monkey News is about.
I've heard that they're making a movie version with Phil Collins. So I look forward to that. And Julie Waters.
So that's this week's Monkey News. If you've got any, if anything's
no,
happening
don't bother.
in your town.
That's the end. No, that is the end. That's the end of Monkey News. No more Monkey News. This is bit of Queen.
It says it here in this email, Rick. It's got to be true.
Right. So that seems to work.
Yeah.
But you are easily wound up. You are a very finicky little fussy person. You don't like the slightest bit of pressure. See, I thrive on pressure. I'm working here, working there.
That's the way I work as well. That's always doing stuff. Monkey News. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Monkey News. I got an email. I won't read it to on air. It's rubbish, but that's one feature. That's my bit done. That's all I have to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I'm away next week, do Monkey News and see what you can find out. All right.
Oh, there's a challenge.
See what you can do. Yeah. I've already told them about the Guinness Book of Records one, so you can't use that.
Yeah. Right. We're going to find the best Monkey News ever, Carl.
Forget about tomorrow. Wise words unless you're talking about pension plans. That's Feeder on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis. Competition time. I haven't got the usual competitions of songs of phrase and Monkey News and the other Carl nonsense. I'm not.
There's no cheapest chimps. There's no cheapest chimps this week. I'm devastated.
It's back next week.
I don't know.
Although let's do a quick cheapest chimps. Okay. So, chimpanzee that. Cheap as chimps. Do you know how much a chimp is, Steve? To buy?
Really, no.
55 grand. Okay, the competition is this.
Imagine David Dickinson examining that in a couple of years' time.
This is as cheap as chips. You can sue him then, because he ripped off your phrase a little bit, didn't he?
You've been done here, mate. You have more money than sense. 220 quid.
I'll tell you what, have we got Monkey News today? We might not get to it, mate. We are running out of time.
No, we're doing it.
What do you mean, we're doing it?
The show isn't complete without it. I'd rather drop adverts and stuff.
Well, I'd rather drop adverts.
No, we're doing Monkey News. Do you want it?
Rick, my concern is that if you put Monkey News on the subs bench, it's going to be like David Beckham.
Yeah.
He can have his eye wandering to other radio stations.
Yeah. And look what he's doing.
Yeah, he
might be leaving off to Real Madrid. I might take Monkey News off to Radio 2 or something. Yeah. Right? So don't believe in Monkey News.
I imagine if they're listening now, they're probably going to call you and go, Carl, were you serious about bringing Monkey News to Radio 2? Because the check's open.
Well, do you want a bit now, or what?
No, I wanted you to tell Steve about your holiday. Well, that's you too, with or without you, but we've got to cut it a little bit short because we're actually running out of time. It's so jam-packed, this show. We've got Monkey News on the bench. Carl just remembered, we've got Cheeky Freak of the Week to fit in. I don't know what to do. Oh, dear.
Okay, so Monkey News, please.
All right then.
Let's hear the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that, Monkey News.
Right. Now, before
and again.
Go on.
Oh, chimpanzee that, Monkey News.
Brilliant.
All right.
Right. Before I went away, I told you about Alfred. He was the monkey where there was a robbery going on in a bank.
Yes. And then he nicked the robber's loot and backed out. Yeah. With a gun.
Yeah,
he sort of stole, he robbed the robber, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he take his gun as well?
He took the weapons. He took all the weapons. There was like a couple of robbers. He managed, because they were so amazed that a monkey was coming in. It was like...
Don't talk shite twice.
Right. Anyway, got a follow-up to that.
Okay. Now, what was that monkey's name?
Alfred.
That was Alfred.
So anyway, because a lot of people wanted to know, well, what did he do? Did he go off and have a holiday? Did he... No. Right, So the follow-up is, what happened is, the monkey had the guns, had the cash, which was $250,000.
Sure.
Right? It went back to the zoo. Right?
Right, Carl, you're talking...
Ricky, I get angry with you when you won't let him finish his Monkey News.
Right. Can't we just get out the official
Imagine
thing?
if people were interrupting Trevor McDonald. It wouldn't happen.
I want to make sure I don't get anything wrong.
No, of course not.
Check the internet.
So the monkey goes back to the zoo, right, where all the zookeepers come out and go, get him. He's got the guns.
Yeah.
He hands out a couple of guns to his mates.
What?
Right?
His monkey mates?
His monkey mates. So they've all got a couple of guns each.
Oh, Carl, Steve, I can't, mate. I cannot stand it. Honestly, I want to scream.
Please, I really get annoyed with you.
They tried to do him a deal. They said, how about if...
I'm going. Tell him that. I'm not going. No, I can't.
Step out for a minute.
Okay, we'll just do it.
Look, don't listen. Step out and I'll paraphrase what I hear for you when you come back in. Step out. Now, please, I need to hear the end of this. This is Monkey News. This is important stuff.
Right.
Right, Ricky now has left the room. He cannot bear to hear, which is surprising to me.
Right, so anyway, so yeah, they've got the money, and they say to the zookeepers, how about we give you some cash?
Yes.
And they go...
Sorry, hang on. Sorry, the zookeeper said that to the monkeys?
Yeah.
Right.
No, the monkeys who have got the £250,000
right.
say to the zookeepers, we'll sort you some money out if you let us go.
Sorry, the monkeys say to the zookeepers, we'll give you some money?
Yeah.
You don't see any problem with that?
Right, listen.
Okay.
It's nearly finished.
Right, I'm listening out there. This is ridiculous.
What do
you mean the monkeys say? What do you mean the monkeys say to the zookeeper?
They were probably holding the money out, like kind of going, look, we'll do your deal.
Right, okay, come on.
And what happened is, I think they were happy with that. I think they left, and that was that. They wanted to get out of the zoo because they didn't like it in there. There's the thing.
Right, I don't...
Just have a look.
Right, Carl, think. Right, how did they get out in the first place, this one?
Just let Steve have a...
So why did he go... So he went and robbed... He thought... he knew there was going to be a robbery that day, did he?
He might have been getting some money before they went to escape, and then that happened and they had more money. They might have been withdrawing some stuff out.
What do you mean? No.
If he was planning on leaving the zoo, he's going to get his savings.
What are you talking about?
What have you read there, Steve?
I've got a feeling this is a review of one of the Planet of the Apes films. I think it's Escape from the Planet of the Apes. I'm not certain. It could be Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Right, Carl, think. Please think, right? So this monkey, right, he leaves the zoo, right? So he leaves the zoo, which he can do, presumably what? They leave him the keys or what? They're chatting to him, they might as well. He goes to a bank. What's he thinking of doing? Sees a robbery, probably by chance. He probably wasn't tipped off, was he? Or has he got one of those police scanners? Probably got one of those police scanners.
Well, I think he was going to the bank to get a mortgage to build I think he wanted an extension, didn't he, on his cage?
Think of that. And so I love the fact that he hands out the guns and they do a deal. It's honestly, you've got the best mind working on radio today. It's incredible.
The only person who makes less sense is Terry Wogan.
He goes up and down, doesn't he? I can't understand his sentences because I don't know.
No, it's like free-form poetry.
Yes, I don't know whether it's the end of a sentence, in the middle, is a new one.
Yeah. But let's have the jingle again, a record, and then we'll probably have to wrap up the show, I imagine.
That was chimpanzee that monkey news. Karl Pilkington, well, you know what it's time for, don't you? Chimpanzee that monkey news.
It always gets me, that jingle. It's a joy. What's more, please?
Well, Carl, do you reckon you could sort out... Do other people have real jingles with their name on it and don't have to say who's in the room, what's happening, and do their own jingles?
Well, Christian's got one for it. For Monkey News, that he does.
Why is Christian doing Monkey News? I don't understand this.
Because he did it ages ago.
So you ripped it off of Christian?
I haven't ripped it off. I said to him, there's enough Monkey News to go around. Right?
But hold on, though. I don't want cast-offs. I thought this was your idea.
Well, let's not do it. But what's new?
Wait.
What's new?
What?
There's Monkey News out there. I mean, if he wants to have a meeting in the week and say, well, this is the news I've got, the way I see it is, he can do it in the week. He's doing like the news at 10 type Monkey News. We're on a Saturday. We're like the, Jeremy Paxman Monkey News night. We look at stuff more in depth.
Well, you very much get behind the Monkey News, it's true. Yeah. You sort of interpret it. You give it your own spin.
You're the man behind the monkey behind the news. I mean, I know that.
Yeah.
But ours isn't called Monkey News anyway. It's a sort of generic term like the news. Ours is called Chimpanzee That, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's seen a bit of Monkey News in it.
All right.
So are we doing it or not?
Well, I've got no reason to stop doing Monkey News.
He probably played Radiohead as well.
Well,
should we not do that?
I said that David Attenborough did Monkey News before all of us. Do you know what I mean?
But I personally don't listen to Christian because I don't get up that early. So, I'm missing out on a lot of Monkey News.
I'm not saying
I don't listen to it because I don't get up that early. Right, I'm not saying it's a bad show. My point is this. There's a lot of people I imagine who don't listen to Monkey News in the week. Perhaps they miss it or they're busy. It's nice to have a little kind of omnibus Monkey News at the weekend with Karl Pilkington. So that's what this is.
So we're doing it then.
Let's play the jingle.
Chimpanzee That Monkey News night.
Excellent. Good. So we'll sort of get some monkey experts on maybe next week to dissect it.
Right. You ready?
Yeah.
Right. There's this monkey. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's called Jack.
Yeah.
Right. I got pally with this bloke who worked in a railway station.
How? Pen pals?
I don't know. I didn't say all that. I'm
Internet,
just telling
internet.
you. I'm shortening
Chat
it.
rooms on the internet.
So, anyway, he's helping him out all the time. It's this fella's job, right, to sort of make sure it's safe for the trains to come in, that sort of thing, right? But he's always working on his own, so he's got his mate Jack in with him, right, this little monkey. Yeah. And, you know, they're having a good time. They share lunch together and stuff like that. Anyway, it gets to a point when the fella whose job it is, right, starts getting old, and Jack, the monkey, starts getting more involved.
Presumably this is a chimpanzee as opposed to a monkey, you mean? When you say monkey, it's generic term, you mean chimps usually, don't you?
Yeah.
Go on then.
So, you know, he's clocking the fella doing his job, and he's thinking, I can do this, right, the monkey.
I love it.
Yeah. He's helping out, he's pulling down the levers and stuff, so the train's sort of coming on the right lines.
Sure, yeah.
He's clocking it, he sticks his head out the little window, see the train's coming and that.
I hope British Rail are listening.
Yeah.
Right? In the end...
Oh, yeah.
The fella whose job it is, he lost a leg for some reason, couldn't work anymore.
Lovely.
Gave Jack the job.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
The railway company are happy with that. I'm sure they interviewed a number of people, but he was the best monkey for the job.
And that's good, isn't it?
Well, it's not true.
Right, once again.
Well, it's not true. Don't hand Steve a piece of paper that someone put on the internet who is probably a bigger mentalist than you. That's not proof. It's not true. At no point did a railway company give a chimpanzee the job of signalman.
It was ages ago.
What?
Steve, when was it? It was
before trains, probably.
Well, it's in the 1880s, according to this piece of paper, which is what you've based your monkey news on. Now, of course, I think ITN and a lot of the news channels, they tend to get lots of independent confirmation of their news before they give it out as fact. But you've got an email from someone, so let's assume that's real. It says, for this, Jack was officially put on the railway payroll, earning 2 cents per day and have half a bottle of beer on Saturday. That's what we pay you, isn't it?
He doesn't even get the beer. Oh, dear, he's not allowed to drink, are you?
Someone emailed in, actually, and said, Carl, some years ago, did you die? And they took your face and transplanted it onto that of a chimpanzee. It would make a lot of sense.
I've never seen you. He always has T-shirts right done up and long sleeve. I bet he's hairy under there. Yeah. I bet you are hairy because you have to shave right up to your eyes. You're one of them, aren't you? And I can see the growth, and it comes out the top there. Are you really hairy underneath?
Pretty hairy.
Are you really?
Well, what's up with that?
You're a humanzee, aren't you? That's why you're fascinated with them, and why your IQ is sort of about 80. I think you might be. I don't mean there was any. I think it was a genetic sort of throwback.
Well, you're pretty hairy. Look at your arms.
What? Just look, give me that banana and shut up. Play a record. That's mine. I was looking back over some of the shows, right, before I go to Carl, and I've just done a little excerpt of, a trailer of what we do, what we're about, and I don't know how the panel could overlook this. Play a bit, Carl, please. Shaking her muff, minge and tits around does not make her a hoe, then what does?
These kids at school with big heads.
Carl, what are you talking about?
Shut! Oh, my name is Holy Fuck.
Right, there's this monkey that was on a train station.
Right.
What if you mean cock to mean penis?
It was my Down syndrome son.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
So we've still got monkey news coming up.
You're an idiot! You know what I mean?
That's, to me, quality broadcasting.
Really?
No, because it's...
Any negative, Carl? He was like this when you came up with Cheap as Chimps. He wanted to drop Rockbusters. What was the other thing he didn't like?
That other TV idea I had.
Yeah, what, putting a baby in a room, set it on fire and see if it can make its way out?
Setting the room on fire. Let's not get silly.
No, but he didn't like that, did he?
No. I mean, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but it does seem to me that my criticism of those things is probably justified. I mean, Cheap as Chimps, where is it now?
Wow.
Donald McIntyre took it.
Not really, Carl, not really. It is but a pitiful memory. Right, let's have another tune and then maybe some monkey news.
Yeah.
Well, actually, now you've sort of mentioned a bit of monkey news, that I've found something in the week, right, that we've talked about in the past, right, that I've got some other monkey stuff, but this is just, forget it.
What? Come on! What's the matter with you?
Right, do you know that thing we did ages ago?
What?
When we were out one day and we were talking about monkeys in a room with a PC, and if you leave them in there long enough...
Yeah, eventually an infinite amount of monkeys, or one monkey in an infinite amount of time, will eventually type The Complete Works of Shakespeare, yeah.
Right, we talked about that ages ago.
Yeah.
I said it wouldn't happen.
No, it doesn't make sense. You can't say it wouldn't happen, it doesn't make sense. It's a mathematical conundrum. It doesn't make sense. Go on.
Anyway, right, they got a couple of monkeys.
Right, so not an infinite amount then.
Okay, so, alright, but never mind.
Yeah.
Got a couple of monkeys, put it in a room.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one PC or they got a job lot or whatever.
Not an infinite amount then.
And left them in there for a month.
Oh, not an infinite amount of time then either.
Okay.
So 2 monkeys a month. Okay, go on. Yeah, I see the experiment's working so far.
About 8 monkeys.
Oh, 8 monkeys. Oh, let me just work that out as a fraction of infinity. It's infinity, 8 into infinity. Oh God, a month.
And what happened then, Carl? Did they type the Complete Works of Shakespeare? I'm assuming they
No,
did.
they only did a proportion of it.
Okay, what
they just did Macbeth.
What happened then, Carl? Please tell us.
They didn't have anything. They didn't come up with anything.
You're an idiot, Carl. You really are an idiot. Play a record. That's ridiculous. What did you expect? What did you expect?
Yeah,
a bit of Keats. And Pastry of the Radio Times by one of them, the cleverest one.
No, but what they did say is they didn't even write one word out.
No, you don't. No, infinity or nothing. That's the point. There's a big leap between any number you could think of and infinity. In fact, an infinite leap. Do you understand the concept of infinity? Don't rub your eyes. I lost him on Do You?
Yeah.
Didn't I? Right, play a record.
Did they type nothing from like any of the Tarzan books?
Nothing.
But they must have read them. I mean, that would be their favourite, surely. I'm stunned.
I can't believe they didn't even do like a transcript of Every Which Way But Loose.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. They must have chosen some really thick monkeys.
They didn't type any of Charlton Heston's speeches from Planet of the Apes.
I can't believe it.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. You'd have thought 6 monkeys in a month would have done something.
Yeah. At least a script for BJ and the Bear. The irony being, of course, in BJ and the Bear, that it was a monkey, not a bear.
Really? Now, come on, we should do monkey news now, because I know you want to save it, but I think you should put your best stuff first. You never know what will happen, you know what I mean? Always put your best stuff out there.
Let me just get it out of the...
Okay, well, while he's getting it, can we have a jingle for monkey news?
Yeah. Chimpanzee that monkey news.
Tell you what, right, about putting your best stuff first.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know we were saying the other week about in Chinatown?
Not really a town.
Well, it's not a town, right? And like the restaurants, they have like...
Oh, those old dead ducks and chickens just hanging in the window, yeah.
An octopus and all that just hanging there.
Yeah.
And that doesn't like make you want to go in, does it?
No, sure.
This morning, walking through Soho on the way in, walked past this sort of strip joint place. This woman said, "Do you want to come in, sir?" Right, turn round. She must have been about 80.
So you're equating her to a hangy bit of octopus.
Well, you said, are you performing?
And a chicken.
I'm just saying, again, put your best stuff at the front door.
Yeah, good thinking.
Right, anyway, bit of monkey news that's been sent in.
Right.
Gareth in Catford.
Right.
Good work, Gary.
Basically, it's about this monkey.
Oh yeah.
In the jungle.
Yeah.
It's got a gig at an hairdresser's.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
It's got itself a nice little job going in an hairdresser's.
As what?
It gets people sitting down, and what it does before the people have their hair cut, that it sort of sits there, and it goes through people's hair, makes sure it's clean, and people are loving it.
Right,
backtrack. So it's a pet monkey. It's nothing to do with it getting a gig in an hairdresser's. It's a pet monkey.
It's not working at Monkey and Guy.
Yeah.
No, seriously, it's in there. I think it might have started off as a job and then...
So what does it say? It says junior £15, stylist £35, monkey £63.
So I didn't quite follow. It's in the jungle.
It was wandering about.
Right.
Maybe it did start
But it looks good, its hair looks good. Someone thought, hang on.
But never, ever, you see, people make that mistake with hairdressers anyway. I always say, well, if the hairdresser's got a good haircut, go to where he's going. So,
Can we just go back to monkey news for a second?
so anyway, that's why,
I didn't quite follow why his salon is in the jungle, or where is it?
No, he was doing what he does in the jungle, right?
Right.
He's walking about, he wanders into the hairdressers.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have him on, like, as a job straight away. He was just there.
was
People said, this is nice. He's sat there picking the
Carl, I don't know where to start.
Then
it's just it's the embellishment. You don't walk in. He walks from a jungle to an hairdresser's. I mean, you're an idiot. You really are. I'd love to see you try and get a job in an hairdresser if there was another monkey up for it. You'd never get a job.
So he was good at that. People said this is relaxing. Apparently he had really nice hands, soothing, right, on people's heads. They said, let's put him on the payroll. So
let's put him on the payroll. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, this is the news item, is it? Customers are queuing up to have their hair done at a salon in the jungle by a monkey. Judy, a pigtailed macaque, has a reputation as the best exterminator of head lice in Compilation. She is so good, some customers fall asleep under her gentle touch. Regular Amporon Chekema said, Judy's hands are so soft and gentle, I really feel I can relax.
But you know that is doing what it does naturally. It's looking for, like, salt and stuff in the hair.
Yeah.
And nits. It's not on the payroll. It doesn't complain about when it gets deducted at national insurance.
It's not part of the union.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But a good monkey news, backed up with good tabloid journalism.
With solid evidence there.
So
no, I think maybe we should start marking the monkey news, Rick. I don't know what you think. Giving it marks out of 10, maybe. For both interest and validity.
Well, for interest, I'll give it 7. For Carl believing that there was something to this monkey, thinking it had a job and getting paid.
But it was also doing kind of perms
2
and colouring.
2.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Again, ridiculous.
More monkey news next week. Hopefully let's just hear that jingle again.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news. The reason why I had to die. Did I bleed the blood of greed? What was my destiny?
That's almost as catchy as monkey news.
Oh, God! Oh, I've got some monkey news for you. Let's play a record and come back, and I've got some great monkey news for you, Carl.
That's from the R.E.M. album that people tend to forget about now because it was so kind of poppy and such a massive hit out of time, but there are some good tunes on it. And there's one of them, Near Wild Heaven.
Excellent, on XFM 104.9. Carl.
Go on.
Watching a programme yesterday, and it was about these Japanese snow monkeys. And it was all about how animals learn things that aren't instinctive, particularly sort of primates, because they see other people doing it, and they start a culture. And they could pinpoint when one monkey first went down and got in the hot water springs and stayed there because it was hot, and the others copied them, and now it's a part of almost a culture, that won't be handed on because it's not instinctive, but has to be learnt each time. And, they groom as normal, like other monkeys, right? But they're really intelligent. And, obviously, the reason they groom other people, other monkeys, is because they eat the mites. But also, the monkeys have learned they like being groomed. Okay? So they showed this one monkey, it went to a deer, okay, and it was grooming this deer to get its mite off it, right? But then it didn't eat it. It held it in its hand, it went over to a monkey, put the mite on itself to show the monkey it had a mite, and got a free grooming.
That's extraordinary.
That's extraordinary.
That is extraordinary.
Because it gave up the food, knowing that if you put one there, this monkey would look for mites on it, and it would get a free grooming, and it was like having a little massage. What do you think of that?
It's not bad. I've got some better stuff coming up later.
On monkey news, on the official.
Yeah, do you see what mine though? Mine's true.
I mean, that's an interesting and extraordinary.
It actually happens. It's social behaviour amongst primates. Actually, so I saw it. It was, Did
it rob a bank, Rick, at any time?
It didn't rob a bank, and it didn't open a hairdresser's.
So that's what you're letting. That's what you're letting yourself.
It's not quite good enough, is it? My monkey news.
No, I got some.
See the difference where I named the species, explained it slightly, told you an interesting fact, as opposed to there's this monkey, right? And
look at him looking at you.
Yeah,
he's not interested, Rick. Can I tell you now? Can I try and describe for people the face that Carl has? I'll tell you what it's like. It's like if you draw some eyes, a nose, and a mouth on a balloon, and then inflate it to about half full. That's what Carl's face looks like. That's what his head looks like. It looks like a face you've drawn on a balloon. Very small, the rest of the head huge.
It's just that today I'm a bit tired, right? That's one thing.
Why are you a bit tired?
I just haven't been sleeping, right?
Why not?
I don't know. I've got a lot going on in my head.
Oh, this would be like The Simpsons. If we could actually look in there would be two monkeys grooming now.
Well, I noticed someone's emailed here a link for, can you believe you luck, Carl? Monkeys for sale. Now, I don't endorse this in any way, but here you are. Here's a monkey for sale here.
Oh, that's terrible.
$2,500. It says male, very smart little guy, loves to play and gives kisses, wears diapers and clothes, has been around lots of people and loves them, healthy and loves to eat. Sounds like Ricky.
How much is that?
Well, it wasn't Carl, because it says loves to be around people.
Yeah. There's a gibbon there. A gibbon for...
Too pricey, though. It's like that Donald McIntyre programme he did, that Cheapest Chimps programme.
He didn't do Cheapest Chimps. He didn't do a programme called Cheapest Chimps.
You're saying that, but...
Well, he didn't. There's that no point. Did Donald McIntyre do a programme called... Play a record a minute. Play a record.
So let's have official monkey news. Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Alright, we've got to be quick.
Go on,
but, this is something that was sent in to me ages ago, and I don't know why I haven't done it yet, because it's brilliant. We were talking about monkeys typing, the Shakespeare theory and all that. Well, this is about a little monkey called Marty, right? Basically, it's in some science lab, right? It's in there. It was wandering about out of its cage, right? The lab fella was busy on the phone or something, right? And
typical.
It's wandering about. It goes up to a PC that's in the corner, a little computer, types down, "My name is Marty," right? So the fella got off the phone, saw this on the screen with the monkey sat there, says to his mate, "Have you done this?"
Right, hold on, Carl.
Let him finish. Before you question, always let him finish.
I don't know what to do.
Time's against us, come on.
He said, "Have you done this?" He says, "Done what?" He said, "This on the screen here saying, 'My name's Marty,' right?" He goes, "What are you talking about?" As he's having an argument with his mate saying, "You're lying, you did it," monkey's sat there typing, "This isn't a practical joke, my name is Marty."
Right, and that's the end of the story?
I'm not coming in next week. I think we need a week off. I actually think we need a week off.
He's doing a web chat or something. You can go online and have a chat with it.
The monkey's doing a web chat?
I don't know.
Has he got his own website yet? His favourite Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Have a look at that.
Right. Do you believe that, Carl?
It's all there.
No, but do you believe it? Do you believe that monkey could type that and then say, "This is not a practical joke," when he's still arguing?
Weird, isn't it?
Oh.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Yeah, well, it's obviously a wind-up.
It's a joke. It's not even... You haven't even got some of the facts wrong. It's just a wind-up.
Have you noticed the date?
Is it April the 1st?
It is April the 1st.
You are joking.
That it was sent.
You're an idiot, Carl.
It was sent on April the 1st, Carl.
So you're saying the monkey knows it's April the 1st, but you don't believe...
doing a wind-up, yes. Yeah, I think the monkey has thought, I'll do it on April the 1st so that people think that it's a wind-up. In actual fact, I am a monkey that can type and read. It's a shame you never went into investigative journalism. You could have brought down, the Watergate scandal.
Poor Carl. Well, I was thinking of a song that sums us three up. Yeah? What are we? What do you think? How would you sum us up?
Tricky.
Well, young, gifted and black.
True enough.
Apart from a couple of them.
Yeah, well, we're not gifted.
No.
And we're not very young.
No, I'm certainly not.
Shall we take a week off?
Yeah.
Should we maybe just knock it on the head altogether?
We'll take a week off and see what happens.
Okay. See you next... No, let's not see you next week.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Cheers then, Carl.
For my business to grow, I need
To find a bigger space,
loads of stock ready for the busy spell.
I need a new wood chipper.
I need to move our fleet over to electric vehicles.
New machinery for the factory floor.
Whatever your business needs, wherever you are, talk to Barclays. With our biggest ever loan fund and expert support at every step, we're here to help your business grow. Grow your business. Bank on Barclays. Search Barclays Business Banking. Subject to normal lending assessment, status and application. Terms and conditions apply.
Is there some monkey news?
Goes without saying.
Of course.
Really, that monkey news is safe, isn't it? It's not like,
You're always going home with monkey news.
You know it's there.
Yeah.
It's like songs of praise on a Sunday.
Well, it's that time. It's getting exciting. We've got Rockbusters results, but before that, a little bit of monkey news with, chimpanzee that monkey news. Karl Pilkington.
Brilliant. Let's do it. I read that for a couple of weeks.
Go on then.
Alright, so, it's like this little monkey.
Oh, yeah.
Who lives in Morocco.
Right, I'll just warn you now, you're on thin ice from last time, okay? So, make sure, is this real?
It's been
Don't say anything you think about it. As you're saying it, think to yourself, is that true? Do monkeys do that? Do they think like that? So, go on then.
So anyway, yeah, so there's this magician in Morocco, right? He's got a little monkey working with him, right? The way it used to work, magician used to do his thing on stage, do a little bit of magic, people loved it. Then the monkey came out, had a little cap, walked around the crowd and stuff, got the money, had a good little team thing going on, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, the monkey's name was 86.
Right.
Because back then there was so many monkeys, it was like, oh, what names, do you know what I mean? What names do you use, what do you do? So they just named them, right? So this little monkey...
He had 86 other monkeys?
No. It's just that because a lot of monkeys were sort of working back then, helping magicians out, you know, doing bits and pieces, busking, what have you.
Well, Rick, you know how there's so many...
why would there be a confusion with that? If he only had one monkey, where's the confusion? People would go, I'm not going to go and see that, I want to see 86, he's the better monkey. Do you know what I mean? What does it matter?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, why do they need... Where was the confusion? With people going to the circus and going, what monkey are you going to see tonight? I don't know. It wasn't a billing, was it, with a monkey?
But Rick, it's just the same with humans. You know, there's so many humans now that we can't give them names anymore.
Yeah,
they all
exactly.
have to have numbers.
Exactly, yeah. There's so many humans, you know, with 5 billion people. We can't give them names. It's impossible. But, you know, with a few monkeys
anyway, number
working...
22, go on.
So, anyway, there he is.
86.
86.
With his hat.
With his hat, walking around getting the money.
Yeah.
Anyway, the magician sort of, you know, thinking about moving on. Because in Morocco, he'd sort of done all the tourist traps.
Sure.
So he had a word with the monkey, said, how about we...
See?
No, let him continue.
Think.
Let him continue.
He didn't have a word with the monkey.
Let him continue.
So what do you think about going over to Spain?
Yes. Sure. So, the monkey was in agreement?
So he said, go on then. Right, so they get in the car, and, like the magician knew he'd have a bit of a problem on his hands because you're not meant to take monkeys out of the country.
Yeah.
Right? So he thought, right, what I'll do, I'll get a car, right?
Right.
Stick the monkey in a boot, right? Get on the boat and hopefully sort of, you know, stick it in some luggage and what have you.
Yeah.
We'll be over there, we'll be earning big money, everything's going to be great. So the monkey was like, brilliant. So they get in the car, they're on the way to the boat, and pull over at a petrol station. And just before filling it up, he opens up the boot and he goes, "You all right in there?" And it's like, yeah, it's sound. So he leaves the boot open so it can breathe and get a bit of fresh air whilst it's filling up. Goes in to pay the money.
Yep.
Pays the money, goes, I'm just paying for the...
Right, this monkey is not going to drive away in that car, or we're never doing this feature again.
Carl, what happens? What's number 86 up to?
So, 86. So,
that's the ending, isn't it? That's the story.
Come on, let Carl finish the story.
It better not be.
Brilliant. You're going to love it. Right, so he's in the petrol station, and he's going, right, I'll pay for pump 4. And the fella says, what are you talking about?
Pump 4, isn't that a monkey? No. Sometimes I use numbers for monkeys, sometimes I use... No, I mean pump 4.
Sure.
So he says, what are you talking about? There's no car at pump 4.
Right.
Keep going.
Sticks his head out of the door.
Yeah.
The monkey's giving it some. Went over to Spain on its own.
I don't know what to do.
Well, hang on, let's just get a couple of the facts right here.
Well, what do you mean, couple of the facts, right? There are no facts.
So, number 86 he drove to Spain.
You are, honestly, Carl, you must know.
It was an automatic.
Right. Carl, you must know that is shit. There is no way a monkey...
That's the thing with this
He gets stopped at customs.
It's mental.
How did he get through customs, Carl? Has he got a passport?
No, he was sneaking about because he didn't have a passport.
So he parked and then snuck through.
Do you want the facts?
Let me see it. Right, I'll examine this, Rick, and we'll play a record.
Play a record, because I can't... That's nearly as bad as the armed robbery. Right, go on.
Yep.
Play a record.
Better Suede?
Yeah, Stay Together. My favourite.
One of 86's favourites.
We're stopping monkey news, by the way, until you start getting some credible ones. Because because it's ridiculous. It's not true.
No, it seems mad.
But no, but it's from the internet again. So anyone can go online, download that story. It's insubstantial. It's get ones from journals or where the source is quoted. Okay, or we're not interested. Or we're not. Well, you don't. Okay. So same with on thin ice. We've pulled this once. We've pulled rock back. We suspended it once, and you came back again. So it's. Do you know what I mean? So go on then. Carl, I describe as those little red monkeys that you see on wildlife programs. They're in the trees and they scream when they see a leopard or something.
I think so.
Shave that. Just shave one of those little red monkeys and put some sort of old sort of Manchester gear on it, maybe. Yeah, you know what I mean? A banana rack and some baggy jeans.
I'd like to see how the waiter would react to that. He's got a picture of a monkey, then he's got a picture it's shaved. It's like it's got no hair, then dressed like some kind of Manx scally.
He's over there. Yeah, he's over there. Carl's over there. That's what I do.
Brilliant.
Oh, is there any monkey news this week?
It's been a problem.
Why?
It's not much has been going on this week.
What, in the monkey world?
In the monkey world. I don't know if they've caught on to the fact that they're getting coverage.
They're keeping their behaviour hush-hush.
Be a bit careful, but I found something.
Why wouldn't you go to the monkey sanctuary down in Cornwall and just go around cuddling as many monkeys as you can?
I'm going to tell you something now.
Go on.
Go in there next week.
Are you?
Yeah. Taking my mum and dad away, because like Suzanne's mum and dad.
What, you're donating them?
Most people put them in a home. What are you going to say? How even monkey sanctuary is cheaper?
Taking them down, taking them down to Cornwall.
Hold on, I thought you said you'd never go away with parents again.
No, but that was Suzanne's mum and dad.
Oh, is this to get even or something?
So we'll do that, and then we'll can it, then.
That was your outing. You're phoning both sets of parents over. It goes, right, you won't be seeing us ever again on holiday. We've taken you away.
Be careful that the monkey people don't buy you off your parents.
Yeah. And don't make sure they don't leave any of the monkeys' food in the telephone box, because your dad will have that away.
Play the jingle.
Oh, is it? Brilliant. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news extra.
Is there monkey news?
I'll tell you what, I've been having a bit of a problem this week.
Why?
It's just been a struggle. Normally, I can come into work on a Monday and there'll be something that's happened over the Saturday, over the Sunday night. Do you know what I mean? Over the weekend, the monkeys have done something. Been very quiet. I thought I'll be alright. Let's see how the week goes on. I don't know if they've caught on to the fact that we're giving this coverage now, or I don't understand. Normally people are emailing me stuff all the time about monkeys. Been very quiet week. Been checking, I was looking in books last night and stuff.
Is there any monkey news?
I've got some, but just because it's not that good, something else I found out that I thought I'd share with you.
Go on.
I was looking in the Guinness Book of Records, right, because I thought they'll have something in there about monkeys or something, right? Mm-hmm. And there's a little monkey, I think it lives in Asia, right? There's loads of them live in Asia.
Might just be travelling, but yeah.
And something they found out, I don't know if they've got it right, and that's why I want to bring it up. Apparently, it's the mammal, right, that's got sort of the pointiest eyes that pop out of their head. Steve. Now, the thing is, right, I thought that's interesting.
Yeah.
Apparently it's the biggest with the sort of goggle eye type thing.
Right, yeah, go on.
Apparently they come out of their head 1.6 centimetres.
1.6 centimetres? What, you mean they protrude?
Yeah. They protrude from the head at 1.6.
Okay.
What? How long?
Have you got a ruler, Rick? 1.6.
He's having a go.
I'd say I'd be a little bit annoyed if the monkeys beat me.
Well, I don't think it has.
That's what I'm hoping.
Is there anything we can... I mean, what's 1.6? Oh, can you...
It's about...
Drop your trousers.
It's, about 3/4 of an inch.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Have they got it right, or what?
Maybe I should come down to Monkey World with you next week.
So anyway, so that's not the monkey news, that's just something that cropped up and...
Sure.
I do know once, when we were playing pool in the office, I think Lucy was your partner.
Yeah.
It was me and Ash versus you and Lucy. And you were having trouble because his glasses kept slipping down. So Lucy pushed his glasses up his nose, but the glasses touched his eye. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He started it.
Well, you're the one who joined in.
No, I know, and I feel bad now.
Yeah.
He makes me nervous when he goes, yeah. It's like, play a record.
No, I'm just trying to think about which part of your fat, middle-aged physique I can pick on.
The tits would be a good
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
Oh, the belly.
Sure.
Oh, what do you think of that?
Oh, that's... What is that?
Play a record.
Is that monkey news for this week?
Have we not got any other monkey news?
Well, it's just, it hasn't been that good. I mean, the one that I found out here, because we've covered so much in the monkey world, right? The fact that we've done a monkey that was a sort of half man, we've done a monkey that got a decent job in a train station. Can you think of any of the other?
Well, that's just some of the great monkey news from the past.
That's what I mean. So that's what you got to compete with. So even though this is quite amazing,
just tell us.
Another monkey's got married.
Oh, not another monkey getting married.
What do you mean?
It's got another one, you know, it was knocking about with some woman monkey for a bit.
A woman monkey.
They decided to, you know, get married.
Yeah.
They did.
What do you mean they decided to get married?
Was it pressure from her parents?
They had a good do, and
good do. I love the spread. I love that. Peanut vol-au-vents.
Yeah.
Celebrated in a pub, and then they both went off to the cage that night. That's what I mean. Even though that is quite impressive, because
it's not true. Or it's a joke. It's nothing. It's not.
On an Over website, official sort of news website.
2 monkeys have married in Romania. After a whirlwind romance. Well, that's...
After a whirlwind romance?
God, yeah. Yeah, a quick one hanging onto the rope. Yeah. She was in the tyre.
Yeah.
He saw it.
Yeah.
He went, I'll have a go at that. They go, we got to marry her now.
Yeah.
Her parents came in and said, did you just shut my
He was in
door
a zoo
the
knocking one off. She went, I can do that for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Goes say the monkey bridegroom was scared by the number of people attending the wedding and refused to get out of his cage. So his bride
Not bloody Hello Magazine again.
No, it wasn't. No, I think it was like last minute nerves.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm single now. It's like, you know, it's the big step.
Yeah.
But his bride enjoyed every minute of it. She was loving it.
Yeah,
she
sure.
looked lovely, by the way. She looked lovely.
Yeah. Did she? Oh, good.
Reports she only appeared to have problems with her veil and dress. Do you see, you know, this is... The guests
I hope they didn't ruin it like Anthea Turner and maybe get sort of sponsorship PG tips or something.
With strong plum brandy, so they got them drunk as well. So they carried on the celebrations at the pub, and the bride was taken to her new husband's cage at night. I apologise. Play a record.
I'll tell you what winds me up.
What?
Monkeys getting married.
I know.
I'm not getting any action, and I got bigger eyes. Where are you going anyway? Where are you heading?
Cornwall.
Yeah? What's happening down there?
Well, there's a monkey world.
You're excited about that?
We go and see that. Probably go twice to that.
Yeah.
Whilst I'm down there.
How long are you in for? The whole week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
this is with your parents, isn't it?
Yeah. Taking them out.
Your father, what do you think your father will be up to? What's he going to be nicking on this holiday?
Well,
tin. There's a lot of tin in Cornwall. Since they've shut the mines.
He's just called Suzanne, said they've got there. Said it's a nice little place.
Mm-hmm. There'll be no towels when you get there.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Just going to chill out and sort of like go to the pub and stuff?
Yeah, like I say, I mean, all I've got planned is probably probably Tuesday and Thursday at Monkey World. Right, come on now.
Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey news, earlier than usual.
I'll have to save this link now. Monkey news. We've done a lot of stuff, right, on monkeys. And most of it has been...
Is bollocks.
No, has been like happy stories.
Oh, is this it's not... Is this going to be like our tune? Our monkey tune. Simon Bates and welcome to our monkey tune.
No, but do you know what I mean? We've done stuff about a monkey that robbed a bank.
Yeah. Why is that happy?
He had a great life after that. Right.
What, in Marbella?
Yeah. Right, we did, the one who saved someone's handbag in a railway station.
We've had a lovely marriage, couple of marriages.
Couple of monkey marriages.
Yeah.
There was the one who got a job in a railway station.
Yeah, the hairdresser.
The one who set up a business in Spain.
I don't even remember that one. I'm willing to believe that happened. Go on then, Carl.
But anyway, yeah, so today's isn't that happy, really. It's about, some monkey, I think it was a chimp.
Who's an ape? Go on.
He tried to, I mean, the story sets off at a sort of a weird thing.
Yeah.
It's something about he went to Russia to do some business.
What are you talking about, Carl?
It jumped past that bit, though. It didn't start there.
What are you...
Do you know what I mean? It didn't tell you what he was doing. It just said, there's this monkey, went to Russia.
To do some business.
Do some stuff.
I don't know.
Bit of monkey business. And, anyway, didn't work out.
So, they were furious. We wanted a surgeon. You send us a monkey.
Anyway, ended up being homeless.
Oh.
No, you're joking.
It's taking a turn for the worst.
What, couldn't even get into like a tree hostel or anything like that?
That's the problem. And,
God.
ended up homeless. Got in with some tramps.
I don't know where to start.
Come on.
Yeah, so he's knocking about with some tramps and stuff. Sharing drink and what have you around a little fire. They broke into some home, not sort of squatted.
Right, so not homeless anymore.
Problem was, he had a roof over his little area head.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, this is good. This is, we're having a good time. This is sorting me out."
Yeah.
He had his
He
mate.
said that in Russian, though.
What was he eating?
I don't know. It didn't say. But they're in this house.
Well, he could only be eating sort of like fruit, nuts, vegetables. They classically sort of don't eat pork pies and.
But they've got
drink
McDonald's
coffee.
in Moscow now, so
sure.
You probably chow down on that.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was a bust.
What?
There was a bust in the flat that they were squatting in. All the other tramps sort of knew what was going on, legged it, left little chimps out there, got arrested. And they thought it was a real fella at first. They were like, get him, he's obviously just a scruffy bloke who hasn't had a shave and stuff.
Yeah.
Hasn't shaved his back for a while.
Or his face.
His head. Got him down the station. And the boss was like, what's going on here? We've got a monkey here. He was like, what? So you've arrested a monkey?
Well, so the arresting officers hadn't noticed all the way to the station that he kept slipping out of the handcuffs and was going for the entire journey. They didn't notice till they got there. What, did they put a hood over his head maybe and just like,
I don't know. I'll give you the story if you want. There's the headline.
What is it? What's the headline, Steve? I don't want to see it, but...
The headline, this is once again from supposedly reputable news organisation Ananova, homeless monkey arrested in Russia.
Did you read on, or did you see the headline and make up that whole story?
Most of it is there.
What isn't there? What bit isn't there then?
No, I think Steve can have a look over it, check it out and stuff.
Point out the embellishment for me, Steve, will you?
Well, what it doesn't say is that the police didn't realise it was a monkey.
That's what I was guessing. Really? That they got it back and said, what are you doing? We've got a monkey here. And they go, yeah? Yeah. Oh, God.
There's some more monkey problems in the week. Have you seen the Alfords advert with monkeys in?
No.
There's a new advert out for Alfords selling bikes and stuff.
Yeah.
It's got some monkeys in it. It's caused an uproar.
Why?
People are saying it's, dressing them up in tracksuits and that is,
taking the mickey out of Manchester.
It's not nice for the animals and that. So there's been loads of complaints.
But they get a free bike or something, do they, I imagine?
I think they kept the tracksuits.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's after this cheeky freak of the week.
No, I'm just saying we're not doing this to sort of, again, take the mickey out of the animals and stuff. These are true stories and that.
I've just had an email here, monkey news.
Yeah.
From a listener. Monkey spotted holidaying in Cornwall. A chimp was spotted holidaying in Cornwall last week after befriending a family of 3. One onlooker said, "It was incredible. He dressed and behaved exactly like a human being. He even settled the hotel bill at the end of their stay. The only telltale sign was his lack of table manners and the incoherent babble when he opened his mouth." There we are. So,
Well, what do you think of that, Carl?
that's the listeners, Carl. That's Joanne.
Amusing, articulate, accurate. She remembered exactly who's there and everything, setting in the bill. It's all there. So, I mean, even though people think that you're slightly simian, slightly less than human on the evolutionary ladder, they do listen to you. So, I mean, I don't know who's more stupid in the end, you or the listener.
Did you get to the monkey sanctuary? Because this was the big thing. You were going into Cornwall, you were going to visit the monkey sanctuary. I've never seen someone more excited. You had 2 days put aside for the monkey sanctuary. How did it go, Monkey World?
We were on our way, right? I found like a little, in a little cottage that we had, right? It's like a little folder, with little leaflets in saying if you're into mountains, you want to go here.
Yeah.
If you're into castles and that. Little monkey on the leaflet, right? So I thought, I'll be needing that. Took that out, made sure that's safe and that, right? We get in the car, getting ready to go. My dad says, "Where is it?" I look on the back. It's in a place called Low or something like that, right? Yeah. So we're on our way. Can't believe me luck. It's going to be a great day and all that.
Yeah.
And then start looking at the leaflet, right? And noticed didn't have any chimps there.
Yeah, it's not Monkey World.
It wasn't a monkey world.
Well, what was it called then?
Something like
Monkey Town.
Yeah, it was just it had like woolly monkeys in it. That's what
they had. What?
Woolly monkeys.
What are woolly monkeys?
Those things Johnny Vegas off the advert.
Right.
Loads of them. They're dumped now since ITV Digital went under, so they just put them in a cage.
I don't understand.
They're woolly. They're like they're sort of like little fluffy little baboon type things. Woolly monkeys. I mean, it's not your chimp. It's not your classic chimpanzee.
So did the car screech to a halt?
It was like
yeah.
It was like the mission in Armageddon. I just said abort. We're on the way back.
So how far had you got before you bothered to read the leaflet?
Probably about 5 miles away from where we were.
So what did you do with yourself? You must have been distraught.
Well, nearly the end of the show, but we wouldn't let them down, would we? You know what it is now, don't you? Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
All right. Now, whilst I was in Cornwall, I wasn't online. I didn't have the internet, so it was like, oh, what am I going to do? And I didn't come back till yesterday. I thought there's loads going on that I don't know about in the monkey world and stuff. I was hoping to get some from the zoo that I was meant to be going to. Of course, that didn't happen. So I said to my dad, "Do you know anything about monkeys? Have you got any stories with monkeys?"
Brilliant. This is what Trevor McDonald does.
Turned out,
9:45, he goes, "Got nothing." Dad, anything happened? You got anything politics? Anything politics, Dad? No.
This isn't monkey news. I'm just giving you this free.
Yeah, brilliant.
Turned out one of his mates used to have a chimp.
Right.
What do you mean? One of his mates used to have a chimp?
Well, two of his mates.
Oh, sorry, yeah. I was thinking it sounded a bit far-fetched living in Manchester, like. But if there was 2 of them...
He had a chimp, had to thump it in the head.
For doing what? Answering back?
Oh, God!
Tried it on with his wife.
Had to thump it in the head for trying it on with his wife! I love it. It's a proper fist fight in a pub in Manchester. Oh.
I'd call him up, but he's one of them who, like, swears all the time.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, it'd be good to get him on and
Let's interview him. Can we not interview him pre-record? We can bleep out the swear, and I'd love to hear his story.
Do a lot of work, that.
Yeah, well, we're not scared of work, are we?
No, I mean, I'll get myself if you can't be bothered.
Yeah,
have a word, I'll sort it out.
Yeah, try and sort that out next week. Well, don't tell us the rest of the story then, let's let him say in his own
No,
words.
but there was another one as well.
When you say you can get him on, but he swears a lot, you mean the monkey? I'm assuming he's more coherent than your dad's mate.
But there's him, and there's some other fella he knows who had a funny name. I'll have to find out, because you'll love his name. But he was a drag artist.
Yeah.
And, I think he said my dad went round one day, I don't know why, right? Went around there, knocked on the door, chimp answered.
Carl, I don't know what you're doing, mate. I don't know where this place you live. Next door, there's an horse in the front room. There's chimps running round.
Mad. Anyway,
Chimpanzee!
Is that it? Is that the end of the story? There's a chimpanzee in the door and that's the end.
You sure it wasn't the drag artist before he shaved?
no,
Sure it wasn't your gran?
Because I like the really airy ones that decide they can be female impersonators. Yeah, your gran.
Anyway.
Go on then. This is the Monkey News. So you got that for free. What's this going to be like,
Well,
Steve?
let's have more jingles.
Okay. Oh, chimpanzee that. Monkey News Extra.
Okay.
Right, another phrase. We've been talking about phrases today.
Yeah, we have,
Don't touch your granny when she's shaving.
Yeah.
Don't teach your granny to suck eggs.
Yeah.
Don't look a horse in the mouth.
Yeah. Don't let the chimpanzee do if you're chucking your cock in.
Familiar with the phrase monkey business?
No, never heard that one before, Carl. That's brilliant.
Right, well, it came about. This has been emailed in and I haven't really had a chance to look at it, so I'm just weighing it up now.
God.
Yeah.
This is the biggest shambles on air, isn't it? Really?
I'm ashamed of it.
I mean, what was Dr. Fox? Dr. Fox must have been really polite. He must have been thinking, I don't know how to put this. He must have wanted to scream and go, you shouldn't be in the radio authority.
My parents listen online. I can't look them in the eye.
Right, I think I've weighed it up. Long time ago, right?
Yeah.
In the,
olden days, yeah.
in the Amazon jungle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Little family of monkeys in there. Mm-hmm. Right? Having a good life. Right? Didn't have any predators in there. Right? So, they were loving it.
Yeah.
They had a load of food around them. They had loads of banana trees.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I don't think so.
No, they did.
Sorry. Yeah.
Everything's going great. So, they're happy in that. They go to bed.
Okay.
Wake up in the morning, load of bananas gone.
Ooh, hang on, interesting.
Hold on, wait a minute.
So,
Either your dad's been around or...
This isn't the great Amazon banana robbery, is it?
so anyway, turns out it was another load of monkeys from another part of the island, from the rough bit.
From the rough bit! I love it! They went into a middle class area.
they're the ones with the earrings and the leather jackets.
Oh, that is brilliant! From a rough part of the island.
So the monkeys thought, well, there's no point getting into a fight with them because they're harder than we are.
Yeah, of course, and they carry chains.
So,
I love all this conjecture.
They got flip knives and tattoos.
Yeah, go on.
so basically, they said, let's do some business with the bananas.
Let's do some business with the bananas.
This is such shit! This is such...
What are you talking about?
Oh, Christ!
Right, calm down, we haven't got much time left.
Oh, God! What do you mean this is...
Forget it.
No, don't forget it! Carl, do not press
seriously.
that! Switch the record off. Switch the record off.
Christ.
Switch the record off, Carl.
What are you talking about? What do they do? Oh.
Let's do business with the bananas.
Yeah.
So they said, well, rather than them coming robbing them, we'll flog them. So that put a stop to it then. The monkeys came. They didn't have money. They said, give us some give us some bananas. And it says
So what, they exchange bananas for bananas?
for berries and nuts. So that's where the phrase monkey business
No, it's
comes from. Little business they set up.
Right, there, God. That's the end of that as well. So that's the end. That is a shame. That's the end of Rockbusters and Monkey News. Well done. You've done it in one show. We killed off Monkey News and Rockbusters.
Didn't I tell you that there was some sort of petition for Monkey News?
Was there? What was the
Caused
story?
a lot of it's loads of emails and that.
You
saying-
mean you've done Monkey News? You mean you want to do Monkey News?
No, but seriously, there's uproar, and people were like, "You can't get rid of Monkey News.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that."
Sort of what?
Loads of people.
Was it monkeys trying to write the complete works of Shakespeare?
Did Tony Blair get a whiff of it? And he's coming
So
down
we're
like a
doing
ton of
Monkey
bricks.
News.
Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News!
Excellent. So Monkey News time on XFM. Karl Pilkington, the man in the hot seat. Karl, what have you got for us?
Okay, Monkey News this week. We've covered a lot of stuff.
We have indeed.
Now, do you know, like, there's places where you can go for, like, weekend rests and stuff, and you relax, you sit in a little spa, you might have a swim and stuff. Well, they've got a place done for monkeys.
Of course they have.
Right? They can go there, they relax, forget about all the stuff they've got going on in their head. They can have a manicure.
Right.
Got nice meals.
It's not called a manicure, though, it's called a chimpacure.
Beauty treatments.
Yeah.
Right? They look good and stuff.
Yeah, well, look good, feel good, yeah.
Now, you might think, well, that's pretty normal.
Well.
The bit I haven't told you about is actually run by a couple of chimps.
Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God, you're a maniac!
Right.
Oh, for Christ! Oh.
Let's just...
That's like a couple of chimps! Of course it's not!
No, it is, because think about it, right?
No, not think about it. What do you mean, yes, it is? Of course it's not run by a couple of chimps. What do they do, get a loan?
Right, if a chimp wants to have a rest...
Yeah.
Where would you go to? A place that's run by humans that don't know what chimps' needs are?
No! My point is this, how did they get it together? How did two chimps, Mr. and Mrs. Chimp, went for a loan and said, I'll tell you what we need, a spa.
I think it started off quite simple, right? Just you know, basic stuff.
But they've expanded over time because it's become so popular.
It's gone mental down there.
Sure.
They've all heard about it. Now, the thing is, the problem is this, right? That isn't even the top and bottom of it, right?
Oh, Christ.
The problem is, it's been going on and on and on, right? It's been earning a lot of money and stuff. The monkeys are happy. The monkeys that go there are loving it. They're telling friends and stuff. They're all coming to it. Now, the problem is, it's this little monkey, little man monkey and a little woman monkey, right?
Yeah.
Who were sort of girlfriend and boyfriend.
Sort of. It's an open relationship. They can play around if they want.
Well, the problem is they're not married, right? Now,
trouble brewing.
The lad monkey, fella monkey, he's getting quite old.
Mm.
And the problem is, because it's his name that's down on all the stuff.
All the forms. Let him finish.
I'm getting scared now.
Let him finish.
It's his name on the business. And the problem is his missus is kind of like, what's going to happen?
Sure.
Where are you getting this from?
Internet.
Oh, I don't know where to start.
No.
Can we just hear the end?
This is ridiculous.
So the problem is, the
female monkey is worried that the male monkey is
worried. What's going to happen with the business? What's going to happen?
Of course.
Right now.
What do you mean the business?
The health
There isn't a business. It's a joke.
Rick, you're not listening. His name's on the form. The male monkey's name. It's in his name.
Now the problem is, the woman monkey has got some kids, but because they're not blood relatives, it's not going to be handed down to them. And the court,
they're kids from a previous monkey marriage.
Yeah,
right.
So that they're not going to get it. Let me just check this out.
Yeah, otherwise you don't want to check the facts. Otherwise you could look like a twat spouting shit on the radio. Please check the facts for scientific. Security.
And they're just a bit worried because they're saying that the people in Ohio, which is where they've got the little health thing going on.
So that makes it more believable that it's Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant it was Berkshire, in which case it would be rubbish.
It looks like the local people are trying to get in there. They've seen the success of it.
Sure.
And they're trying to go in and take it over and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Give me the piece of paper.
Throw it away. Play a record. That's the worst one I've ever heard. And there's something wrong with you. You're educationally subnormal.
Final tune from us. Tim Buckley. Lovely song called Wings. Back next week?
Yeah.
Yeah. See you, Carl.
Joe Jackson. Is she really going out with him on XFM? Right. It's the time that most people, I imagine, have been waiting for. Monkey news.
Play the jingle.
Okay. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right.
Come on. Come on.
Should be ready, Carl.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's like Nicholas Witchell. The bomb. No, that's not the first. Come on!
No, it's always difficult, isn't it, to sort of find something that's good each week, right? Last week, we did the chimp.
It is for us, yes.
We had the chimps who were running a health spa.
Yeah.
Right? We've covered the one who nicked a car to go on to Spain to sort his future out.
All shite.
The hairdresser, I think we've done that one, the little monkey hairdresser. This week we're looking at monkeys that they use in. Do you know, like monkeys? They know how like.
I've lost the will to live, Steve.
Oh, well, I don't want to do it. Right?
Well, come on, come on.
What are monkeys good at?
What are monkeys good at?
Yeah.
Well, running small businesses, cutting people's hair, and driving cars.
Yeah, they love Spain.
Oh, and foiling bank robberies.
Yeah, they're great.
Well, something else they're good at, right, is like weighing up the situation.
Oh, God!
If you stick them in like a field with loads of like obstacles on it, right, they're good at sort of, I can get over that, and I climb over that, I'll swing from there to there, that sort of thing, right?
Okay.
So the people in charge of somewhere, I've thought...
somewhere!
Come on. I've thought we can use that skill, right? What? And what they've done is they've got a load of little monkeys, right? They've given an IQ test.
Yeah.
And the ones that score above 80, right?
Get to produce this show next week.
Join the army.
Right. How do they join the army and what do they do?
They just, what they do is they set little obstacle courses up for them. They do that. They do a cross-country run. They do, the IQ
cross-country
test.
run?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then once they've done all that, they make them a little uniform. Made to measure little uniform.
Slightly longer arms, shorter legs than usual, yeah.
Yeah. And, basically then they taught how to use a gun and that sort of thing.
Yeah, of course they are. You're talking rubbish again.
This came through literally, pretty late on, so...
So you've not had a chance to corroborate all the facts, as usual?
Just have a look.
Right, it's the bit I'm looking for is, well, A, why are they doing it? Why are they doing it?
Yeah.
Why do we need monkeys in the army? And secondly, why are we giving them guns? I'll just check to see if any of that
I love that we only let gays in recently.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Just have a look.
I can't read it. There's too much pressure.
It's rubbish. But it's rubbish. They don't get it. It's the way that there are things there are animal cores, right? There are horses, there are dolphins, sea lions. There are lots and lots of animals in the army, but they don't have to pass an obstacle test as such, and they're not taught to fire guns. You've straight away assumed that there's going to be loads of squads of men and then just one little monkey in the middle. Like, he came second on the test. He's in, boys.
What do you think, Steve? You've read it?
Well, as ever, Carl, this is an arbitrary email sent by one of our listeners. You know what Ricky and I think of them. and so we're not really basing this on hard evidence. We're basing it on the ramblings of one of our listeners. Rubbish.
Once again, lazy, rubbish, uncorroborated, nonsense. The stupid test that you got wrong.
Rick, that sounds like monkey news to me.
I wanted to play those adverts for you on XFM 104.9. Well, that's about it. We've had some tears and laughter. I mean, the only real thing that we learned from today's show that's corroborated and is absolutely true is that, remember, Mancunians take off more sick days than any other area, 11 days per year, compared to sort of like 8 Liverpool.
And from that we extrapolate, do not trust Mancunians.
Well, I'm not saying that. I think that's a bit harsh. I'm saying, make sure you get in writing that they're not going to have more than sort of like the average number of days off per year.
Yeah. Or if they start taking loads off, fire them.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Right, Carl, you've had a good day? We're going to end with a beautiful song, aren't we? Just to show we're all still friends. To Jimmy Webb and his version of Galveston.
See you next week, I guess.
Bye. Placebo in this picture on XFM 104.9. 8 minutes to go. Let's make it a good 8 minutes, and then we can all chill out. Yeah? Enjoy the rest of the weekend.
Play the jingle.
Chimpanzee that monkey news.
Excellent. A particularly aggressive jingle this week.
Wow.
Yeah, looking forward to this monkey news.
Carl.
Right.
Come on.
So, what's her name?
What?
We've done...
Sorry, what?
Brilliant.
We've done a lot of monkeys who, got involved in crime and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? We had, the one on the train station, nicking a bag.
Yeah.
We had the one who went into a bank.
Who cares?
Went into a bank and walked out with the money and stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Didn't happen either. Next.
But the thing is, you never sort of found out what happened to them. If they sort of got worse, got more involved into crime
just
and
Monkey
stuff.
News update.
That would be amazing.
Brilliant.
What they found out in India is,
Yeah.
they've got a prison. It's just for monkeys.
You mean wild animals? You mean
a zoo?
Yeah, a zoo or a kennel or something that where it's been gone mental or something.
No, it's a prison.
Yeah,
prison.
Is it? Does it have fraud cases?
It's got. It's
mainly sort of animals that are attacked things. Mainly violence, I bet. That's my
that and theft.
Say it again.
Stuff. Theft.
Say it again.
Theft.
Say it again.
Robbing.
No, let's go back to that word. We're going to keep doing it. We've got 6 minutes. You're going to say the word right before you go to Hastings.
Well, do you say it?
No, because then you know how to say it.
Well, all right, Robin. Caught Robin.
Say it again, though.
So
Who's
anyway.
Robin? Who's Robin?
So they've got this prison. Right?
This is extraordinary.
Say it again.
No, you're not going to say it?
Oh, go on then.
So they got a prison for them, right? And there's 11 of them in there, 11 monkeys.
Right.
That are in there for life. Because that's... I think there's one just got out on parole, right?
No time off.
But there's 11. I'll give you the bit of paper because I thought this was...
Weird. You thought it was a bit weird.
Now, Carl, what are they in there for then? Because, I mean, they're in there for life, so I'm assuming it's murder, is it? Premeditated murder? They're not crime bosses, are they? They're not...
Are they the
prostitution and gambling?
Are you sure they're not just the pawns and the head sort of like orangutans up a tree going, remember, you don't know me. You're on your own.
If I go down, you're all coming with me.
You take some of your gorillas down there and sort him out.
Oh, the great banana robbery.
It's not.
I wonder if they get them.
Right, go on then.
Okay, let me see. Now, I don't know what source this is, as ever.
Is it the back of a fag packet found in the toilet?
Well, no, I mean, someone's clearly... If this is nonsense, then someone's clearly gone to a lot of effort, because it does open with the headline, Parole Unlikely for Inmates of Monkey Prison.
Yeah!
Officials say 11 inmates at India's only monkey jail. Officials? Now, what kind of people work at a monkey jail? Where do you work? It says officials say 11 inmates at India's only monkey jail are unlikely to ever be released. The prison in Patilia houses monkeys apprehended by game wardens in Punjab state for thieving and attacking people. The Daily Telegraph reports how the monkeys at the prison in Montebello snarl and glare at visitors from their heavily barred cages. 2 monkeys were released a year ago after exhibiting good behaviour for 18 months in the jail. They have remained out of trouble. Prison can work, that's good.
So
all 11 monkeys.
They were aggressive wild animals that were taken away from the public for their own good.
Robin and that.
Wildlife officials believe part of the problem has been caused by thieves training monkeys to help them. Lorry drivers training monkeys as guards for vehicles, and itinerant entertainers using ill-treated monkeys as part of their act.
It's the monkey that takes the rap.
It's a shame, that, isn't it?
That is awful. They didn't know what they were doing, did they?
Oh, so there you go.
What do you think of that, though, Carl? If you could visit them, like Lord Longford or something, what would you say to them? You go there and you get a visit a week or something. You know.
So can you get us a video? Alright.
Do they get conjugal rights?
Do you reckon? You wouldn't be interested in that, though, would you?
They get what?
Would you be happy to give them their conjugal rights?
Yeah, would you?
Fair enough.
Alright.
Off to Hastings.
Off you go.
I'm always educating. I'm always telling you about stuff that I learn about and that.
That you get off-handed Nova, and it's about a monkey who became king.
No. So is...
No? Have you got monkey news this week?
Got a little bit of monkey news coming up.
What does he do? Drive to Spain, rob a bank, or get married?
No, we've done all them, haven't we? We have done all them.
Yeah,
it's a good one. It's a good one. And in fact, it's a bit related to what we've been talking about in a way.
Oh, God. Ain't that brilliant? Van Dando, All My Life. Beautiful. On XFM 104.9. Well, that's nearly it. It's the big one. It's what people tune in for. They probably tune in about 10 to these days. For Monkey News. With, Karl Pilkington.
Can we hear the jingle?
Only 4 to go. Oh, chimpanzee, that Monkey News.
Right, this one's about it's been emailed in to me,
Right.
Haven't really had time to check it out this week.
No, you're joking.
Been busy.
Ooh, I hope it's not stupid.
Goes back to 1908, and the person's saying it's a good story and that, and they're surprised they haven't picked up on it yet, right? The Olympics, right? In 1908 in London. Apparently it was meant to happen in Italy, but it was cancelled. Don't know why, right? And it happened in London. Anyway, 400 metres. Right, it was meant to... there was a fella who was going to do the run, right, and the favourite to win it was this Bulgarian guy, right? It was like a newcomer.
Okay, these are a few things it cannot be. One, he injures himself, so a monkey steps in and wins. Two, he does a drugs test. It turns out that he is a monkey. So if it's either of those, right, I'm going to go mad.
So anyway, the fella, right, this favourite, everyone's putting the money on him, thinking, yeah, he's going to do it.
Is he hairy? Is this bloke hairy?
So anyway, the race happens.
Yeah.
And everybody's lined up, ready to run. And, everyone's saying, yeah, he's going to win. And suddenly, a bit of murmuring going on. People going, oh, what's going on here?
Right. He's eating a banana.
And there's a fella in the lane next to him.
Yeah.
Right? He's going up, who's that? He doesn't look familiar.
Oh, Christ, Carl.
Chico?
Right? Doesn't look familiar. Who's he?
Weird.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, what is it? Or who is it? I mean, not what is it?
So they go in... So they say, well, he might not be that any good. Do you know what I mean? He might not be good. He might. It's just
a bit short. Doesn't matter. He's only 3'6", and he's hunched over on his knuckles. So
I didn't realise it was fancy dress.
Yeah. So I don't think he's going to be any good. No.
So the race starts.
Oh, he's put his finger up his arse. That's weird for runners to do that before a race. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah.
Race starts.
Yeah.
The fella that no one recognises wins it. People go, what's gone on here?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? We had our money on the favourite. What's gone on? Who is this guy?
Yeah.
Anyway, he stood up there, right? He's looking well happy.
Yeah.
He's lifting the trophy and everything.
Right.
Right?
Long arms. That trophy's higher than...
So anyway...
He's only 3 foot, but the trophy's 9 foot in the air with those long arms. I'm suspicious. Go on.
They had the picture in the paper the next day.
Sure.
And everyone's going, yeah, he was fast and everything, but... quite hairy for a run.
Oh, I'll tell you
Come
what.
on.
Quite hairy for a run. Because normally they shave themselves, don't they, to make them faster. And how did he manage it? It's really hairy and that. So anyway, he wins the stuff. He walks away with a cup. The people who are in charge of the running, or like the Olympic Committee, look further into it. Turns out it was a chimp.
Right, keep talking.
Right? No, don't keep talking.
Shut up. This is monkey news. If you can't handle the news...
It's news from 1909 and I haven't heard about a chimp winning the Olympics.
Be quiet.
What happened there then?
400 metres, right? Now the thing is...
talk shit.
The only thing was,
Ricky.
it took so long for the Olympic Committee, right, to find out that it was a monkey. It was going manic. It went into loads of races. It was picking up loads of
shut up!
Right? It became a celebrity. It was doing endorsements on TV.
Don't talk shit.
It said he managed to win the same race 4 years later in Athens because...
How did he get to Athens?
Well, it's a joke. They're winding you up, Carl.
Weird.
It's not weird. It's right. I do not believe it. Well, that's okay. There's only 3 of them to go then. Right, because we're probably all leaving in 4 weeks' time, and that's the end, I've got to get onto a sort of mainstream radio station, because I don't think there's any other sort of tin pot place like this, is there?
No.
So I'm going to clear up my act a little bit. I've got an album from the Capitol Radio Library, and it's the best punk album in the world ever. So if Cap's listening, I'm just going to show that I can do a mainstream. I'm going to play a classic song and I'm going to announce it and everything. So
if you get a job on a decent station, you'll take me with you, will you?
We're a pair.
Brilliant.
So, okay, here we go, right. If anyone's listening, just to show that I can do mainstream radio, okay? Well, that's all. Okay.
You're getting nervous.
Okay.
So come on. Shall I get a monkey and do it?
It's alright. Okay. Well, that's about all there is time for today. You've been listening to Ricky Gervais with me, Stephen Merchant. Across the way, K-Man Pilkers. We're going all the way back now, a classic song from the late 1970s, and this is Devo with Mongoloid.
Monkey news?
Monkey news is safe, isn't it?
That's a monkey news, that goes without saying.
I told a bit of monkey news. I did a photo shoot at the zoo this week, and one of the people in charge...
Trying to make yourself look good.
Yeah. They told me that they used to have an orangutan, right? But it escaped. It worked out it lifted up a drain, got out the drains and got out up into the zoo. It actually did a cold type escape, right? And Karl goes, what happened? I said, well, they sort of like, they surrounded it and sort of got it back in. He went, that's no good though. I mean, it's not monkey news unless it steals a car and goes to Spain.
Exactly, yeah, or opens a small
I mean,
bistro.
that's real. That actually happened.
Yeah.
But it's not real unless it, you know, takes a gun, gets mistaken from a president and, you know...
runs the country for 3 years. Monkeys, Pleasant Valley Sunday, brilliant. XFM 104.9, Karl Pilkington.
This show is monkey heavy, isn't it? It is monkey heavy. Karl, if you were president, would you sort of make it compulsory to maybe have a little monkey? Everyone has a little monkey of their own? Little chimps out and out, old age pensioners?
It's not a bad little, It's funny, you know, because there was, a story the other day, when I was looking for monkey news. There's a story about a couple who couldn't have any kids, right? There's something wrong with them, but they really wanted a kid. And they got some dodgy email address where they could buy a baby online, right? It was someone who would have a kid, and you could buy it for $3,000 or something, right? Yeah. So anyway, they got one, they got picked, and they're like, brilliant, there's the money. Got the baby and everything, they were loving it. You know, playing with it and stuff. As it got older...
Feeding it.
It got airier.
Oh, shut the oh, Karl.
Turned out they'd been sold a chimp.
You maniac. You stupid mank twat. Don't talk shit. That is as if... what?
Didn't know it.
Oh, don't talk. Are you mental? You stupid.
That didn't make it into monkey news.
I know, yeah.
It's a bit sad though. We don't like to bring the feature down.
Yeah.
But
and how long was this? It got hairier. They're born hairy. They're not born like humans, then develop hair because they go, hold on, we better get the chimp stuff kicking in now because we're in the jungle.
School photograph. They were like, hang on a minute. He looks a bit weird.
Oh, you are just the rubbish. Mad, innit? Mad, innit? Mad, innit? Imagine, oh, God.
But
just
anyway.
imagine if he was in charge. We did put him in charge of the country.
Terrifying.
Wouldn't that be amazing? Let him run the country.
Just for a week.
Or the mayor. What would you do if you were the president or the Lord Mayor of London or the
Prime Minister Karl?
I wouldn't do it like he's going to be offered it. David Bowie, Sorrow, on XFM 104.9. Nearly there, but, you know, we're working our way up to the grand finale. The bit where Karl spouts absolute nonsense from a dodgy source on the internet about a monkey who did something impossible.
Let's cue up the jingle.
Hang on. All right.
Perfect.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. Let's have a look. This one's from some woman, right?
Yeah.
And she was taking part in the London to Brighton bike ride, right? Lovely day, weather's good and everything.
What year?
She's just a couple of months ago. She's done all the training, right? Done all the training and stuff. Got a brand new bike for it. Got a little puncher outfit and stuff, all set for the day, right? It's a nice day. She sets off. They all start pedalling and that on the way to Brighton, right? So she knows the route and that. Got little headphones on, cycling along. Suddenly...
Right, okay, I'll stop you now. If a cyclist overtakes her and is going really fast and it's sort of hunched over, but it's got like lots of cycling gear on and a helmet and goggles and they can't tell what it is, but they just know it's like a little hairy fella who hasn't bothered shaving his legs, which is weird, isn't it? Because cyclists usually shave their legs and this bloke had really hairy legs. But and it won. They gave it the medal. It won 3 years running. They gave it the key to the city. It had its own game show. And then someone said, hold on though, this fella's all hunched over and he's only 3'5" and his arms are longer than his body. It's a chimp. If it goes anywhere near that, we're never doing it again.
More monkey news next week.
She's cycling along.
So anyway, she's cycling along, right? And this tricycle...
I couldn't predict that.
There's always one element you can never anticipate.
Yeah. Got a kiddie's tricycle with a little kid on it. Little hairy kid with a helmet. Okay, just go on then.
Well, the tricycle comes
whizzing past. Yeah, strong legs and no chips.
So she's thinking that, but didn't get a chance to see the thing.
Oh, yeah, couldn't quite see the cyclist. You God! You bald mank git. Go on. Yeah, research scientist Karl Pilkington.
So anyway, she gets to the end line, right? And they got talking. It was a nice day, nice race and all that. He said, "Did you see a little thing on a tricycle?"
Thing? Well, a person, surely, just a human. Did you see that? No. Did you see that bloke on the tricycle?
So anyway, turns out...
Yeah! Well, what did you say thing? Well, no, wasn't suspicious. I mean, what did you say? Did you see that fellow on a tricycle?
Anyway, so it turns out...
Go on.
It was a chimp.
You're joking!
Right.
Well, Christ almighty, there you go. Unbelievable, and it was a chimp all along.
So anyway, right, so the woman's like...
We're never doing this again.
Checking out the news, right? There's nothing on it. She checks out XFM Monkey News.
Right, okay, I'll stop you there again. Right? If it turns out she does on the news, right, and the circus goes, "We're looking for our chimp, it used to ride this tricycle, and it escaped with police chasing it."
No. So she listened to XFM, see if I'd picked up on the story.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't have it and stuff. So she got in touch with the organisers of the London to Brighton bike ride, said, "Look, saw a little hairy fella."
Why did she care?
Because she wanted to know. She thought it was a bit odd. Well, turns out it was a chimp. They weren't happy about it. Of
course not.
Because now the owner of the chimp wants to enter it into the Tour de France.
No! Oh, God! I'm gonna die! Oh, God!
In 2005.
Now, a couple of questions. I trust you'll be able to answer these.
Oh, God! Steve, help me out.
How did it get hold of the tricycle?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's not an important point.
Like, that's important. What's the matter with you, Steve? He doesn't know that.
How did it know to... well, firstly, how did it know which way to cycle? But more importantly, how did it know there was a major bike ride?
Following the crowd, Steve. What's the matter with you?
The owner of it had trained it and stuff.
No, he hadn't!
It had already done the run beforehand, before the big day.
No, it hadn't.
Like I say, it wants to do the Tour de France in 2005.
No, it doesn't.
But there's something about animal rights. If they don't let it enter, they can kick up a bit of a fuss.
No! The animal rights is that it's cruel to make a chimp ride a bicycle.
Not if it
that
wants
it's
to.
prejudice that it'll go, "Is it because I is hairy?" You idiot!
Right. So...
Wow, that is the worst. That is the worst one yet. Absolute twaddle. Absolute rubbish, Karl.
Have you got a tricycle?
Unbelievable. If we didn't allow a chimp to enter, the Tour de France, what do you think we'd do?
Who's going to stop it? Do you know what I mean? Who's going to stop that? I mean, you're asking me if I'd be president, what would I do? Yeah. That wouldn't be high up on the list to sort out. I'd say let the kid have a go. Do you know what I mean? Let him have a go in the race. What harm is it doing?
Not a kid, though. This is a chimp.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Can I also just remind you of something else we've learned today?
What?
This is from the listeners. Turns out Chris Moores is a bit of a prick.
Right. See you next week.
Yeah.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Okay, monkey-related news from Karl Pilkington.
Right. Do you know the monkey that went into space?
Yeah.
Yep.
It happened in 1958.
Right.
Now you know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What did he do next?
What did the monkey do next?
Yeah.
One appearance on Celebrity Squares and it was, forgotten.
Right.
Yeah, cut a novelty record.
Yeah, just like Rick Waller.
I'll tell you what happened. He got back and all that.
He got back. Heroes welcome.
NASA sort of said, you did a good job. And that's where a lot of people think, it all ended.
Sure.
Yeah.
But NASA were like, well, hang on a minute. We spent a lot of time, we've trained him up and stuff. So he's like, he's saying, sure, I've learned a lot, I've still got it all, I've kept it all, I know what to do. So they said, right, we'll use you. So he turned into, a bit of a trainer at NASA.
We want to send you out on the top of an organ.
yeah. Put on this little bellhop outfit.
Can you smoke fags?
Yeah.
I'll have a go.
So they were getting in new monkeys. The main man at NASA was saying, can you teach us the sound? He's going, of course I can. Do you know what I mean? I remember it all, I know what's going on, I'll tell him what button to press, what to do in emergencies, that sort of thing. It was technically sort of employed by the army,
Right, can I just fit in here? I don't know the story, Carl, and I might embarrass myself here. You've got an army of people out there that will probably send me an equally deranged email from a different website, but I'm pretty sure when they sent the monkey into space, it was to monitor his physiology. He didn't press any buttons or learn to dock or take off. It was just the effects of weightlessness and space on basically a primate. I'm pretty sure he was tied in with electrodes to his head. So, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I could be proved.
But even if that were the case, and he had learned to press 1 or 2 very basic buttons.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Even if it were the case, I'm pretty certain they wouldn't have brought him back to train up Neil Armstrong.
Right, definitely. Go on.
Neil, what are you going to say when you come out there?
Yeah.
I was thinking of just saying, hello, I'm on the moon.
Hello, it's made of cheese. Don't say that. What about, I've noticed that you got little legs, right? But mankind stepped forward. Well, how could I put that?
I was just going to say, hello, I'm on the moon. It's great to be here. I wish you were here.
I've got to think so.
Hi, Mum.
Yeah, go on.
Anyway, basically he got back. They sorted him out with a nice pension. He was happy. Because of, like, the rank that he got, he was like, you know, he had loads of medals and stuff. He said, right, we'll make him a colonel. He got that. Like I say, he got a pension. That was the end. He died in 1969. He was buried with his wife. He passed away.
His wife. I'm sure it just goes on to a different website about something completely different. And
you're talking about Buzz Aldrin.
Yeah. His page is missing. Oh dear.
So
well, Carl, if someone could call in. Did they train Leica the dog to sort of like, you know, dock and re-entry?
He never made it back, did he, Leica?
They didn't bother. They didn't even bother.
They didn't bother to bring him back.
They just sent him up there, and they didn't have technology to bring him back. And they just went, yeah, that's that. That's brilliant. Well, I can do that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Really?
Yeah. What do you think of that, Carl? Rubbish, isn't it?
Sort of brought it down a bit. But
But the little monkey made a colonel. Hero. Big hero. What was he in? What craft was he in? Sputnik.
Hang on a minute. He was in Jupiter AM.
Yeah.
Let me see that piece of paper.
Yeah, I can guarantee there's nothing there about his training other than let's hope he's not sick on the control panel when we shoot him up at 400 Gs. Oh dear. I love the fact that you think that this monkey was a high... Do you know what I mean? When you think of these things that they send a monkey in space, do you think of the Planet of the Apes? Like they're sort of talking... sort of chimps and gorillas, and they're in tunics on horseback with snub-nosed rifles. What do you think of?
Just a little monkey getting on with it. He knows his job, he knows what he's got to do, he gets on with it.
Look, he's pressed the button. Watch him press the button. This takes me back. Do you remember 1965, I think it was?
We're going to use him to train other DJs.
That's it then.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Cheers. Okay, monkey news?
Do you want a bit?
Yes, please. Play the jingle.
This rash is weird. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. Right, they were filming a documentary, right, this telly company.
Yeah.
Doing a documentary.
Who, which one?
Don't know.
No, right, what was the documentary about?
About monkeys.
Yeah. Where was it?
Africa.
Right, when was this?
I haven't got a date.
Okay. Recently though, since the advent of television, obviously.
Yeah. Actually, a bit of extra monkey news if you want it.
Okay, always.
Do you know the
monkey news extra? Go on.
Do you know the Halfords ads?
Halfords ads? I don't think so. No, what happens?
Halfords, they've you know, they sell nuts and bolts and stuff.
Right.
They were using monkeys in the ads.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what happened?
Packet.
Don't they sell bikes, Halfords?
Well, mainly
bicycles and motorbike stuff in that. Okay, so they're using monkeys in the advert. What happened?
I can't handle it.
What?
I can't do this. Look at him.
I don't care what he's doing.
Well, basically, right, there was a load of hassle because they were using these monkeys in this Halfords advert.
Yes.
Right.
And what happened? Get to the point.
It turned out there wasn't a problem because they were mechanics in the first place.
What, they were monkey mechanics?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mental.
What are you talking about? That's not a story.
Right, anyway, listen, let's get back onto...
They were mechanics in the first place.
Right, listen. Right, so they're making this documentary. Right? And stumble across a little gang of... Come on!
Get Get on with it, please.
Little gang of monkeys. That's the first time I've ever laughed. I'll hear that.
I know. Well, brilliant. What do you want, a cake? Come on.
Can we play a song?
Oh, I don't understand what is wrong with you, you freak.
It's making me laugh.
Just tell us the story.
All right, then. All right. So anyway, right, so there's this documentary being made. They found a little gang of monkeys.
Right, play a song. I don't know what's going on here. I apologise. It's just if you were looking forward to monkey.
Got to hide your love away. According to the Beatles on XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant. Right, Carl, come on. Monkey news.
Everyone's composed. A jingle, please.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Excellent. Okay.
Right, where were we?
We were just start again. There's some people making a documentary. For what? Okay.
Making a documentary in a jungle and that.
Right.
Stumble across a little gang.
Okay, come on.
All right.
A little gang of monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So the camera crew are there filming it.
Yes.
Everything's going normal.
It's all fun.
Nothing odd about it.
Okay. They're not running a restaurant. They've not got any barber shops. Nothing.
No.
Just regular monkeys going about their business. Yeah.
So anyway, what normally happens is the monkeys sleep with a partner.
They already do what?
They don't sort of sleep around and that. Once they find the girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever, they stick with them, right? Okay. But anyway, they were watching this one, right? And it's going around a bit, sleeping around.
Oily.
And it was getting fatter. They thought, this is a bit odd.
Yeah.
Right? So, followed it round. And, see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh, God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
And it was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging them bananas! What was it, a boy or... It was a...
Woman. Little woman monkey.
That's the most extraordinary monkey news I've ever heard.
Oh! That is genius!
Has this documentary been televised?
I don't think it's been on yet.
No.
And that's all the information you've got?
Yeah.
And is that's one banana for everything?
The half a banana is for...
Just oral?
A paw job.
Right.
If you want full-blown monkey sex, it is 2.5 bananas.
Sure.
So,
let's just play a song.
Let's just play.
All right, well, this is our penultimate show, so we're back next week. We're going to make it a barnstormer, I'm sure, lads. I want 100% behind it, 110% next week. All right, none of this giggling, none of this infantile giggling, like two schoolboys.
Right.
All right, we're going to come back, we're going to have some quality monkey news next week. We're going to have all kinds of treats, I would have thought.
Okay.
Some great prizes. All right, are we okay?
Yeah, best show. Let's make next week the best show ever.
Good luck. If you miss it, then you miss out. We're ending with a track from a couple of years back. I think it was 92, 93. Dinosaur Jr. Start Chopping. Play that. Start playing. Forget start chopping. Start playing.
All right.
All right.
See you next week.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's what everyone's been waiting for. It's what Carl exists for the last time. It's monkey news.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, are you familiar with 100th monkey?
Keep talking.
100th monkey?
100th?
Yeah, like as in like one more than 99.
100th?
Yeah.
The 100th monkey.
Yeah, are you familiar with that?
No. Anyway, thanks. That was monkey news. Next week, Adam and Jet. What do you mean you're going to leave that?
Well, I thought it was a popular phrase or something.
What, 100th monkey?
Yeah.
What do you mean a popular phrase? What, why? What? Because you're going to do songs and phrases with it next week. We've said it once before, 100th monkey.
No, it's just, it says the expression 100th monkey.
Well, do it anyway. What's the story?
Well, it's from the 1950s, right? And the way they got it because they were following some monkeys about, right? And they started...
Who was?
Journalists.
Oh, yeah, why?
Oh, yeah.
Just to see what they're up to. Right?
Okay, so they're following some monkeys around, yeah.
What was it? What, a documentary?
Anyway, one of them...
Come on!
Come on!
One of them washed some potatoes.
Right. Okay.
Right, let's leave that. Right, let's leave that one.
Come on.
A monkey washing potatoes?
Can we leave that one?
No, you cannot.
You've got to do it now. They're following what is it? Sort of like a family. Is it a family of monkeys
It was just one chimp and it was washing a potato and he thought, that's a bit odd. Right?
Yeah.
And then it turns out that ended up teaching another monkey how to wash a potato.
No, they do it. They go down and wash them in the sea because they like the taste of salt. And
the weird thing is though, when it got to the 100th monkey, right? Even though it hadn't been taught how to wash a potato, it automatically knew. It knew what to do.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It was in them. It was in them that they knew that when they get a potato, they had to wash it. That isn't the monkey news. I'm just saying that's where the expression come from, but you haven't even heard of that. So.
Well, there's a couple of things there that it could be another upshot, and an instinct is part of your genetics as anything else.
Washing a potato.
But you can't pass on acquired characteristics, so that's nonsense. If you mean that someone was taught they had a child and it knew it, there's no chemical memory as such.
So that wasn't even monkey news.
No, the monkey news. We've covered a lot of stuff. There was sad stuff, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There's some funny stuff in there.
Yeah. Do monkey news.
Playing robbers and that. Football team.
A monkey football team?
Yeah, in Costa Rica.
Oh yeah.
Got all the team members here, right?
Right.
All the different things. Little goalkeeper. Apparently he's on transfers from some other club. But the bit that got me attention is, apparently he's a holder of PhD of physics. Do you want to have a look at that?
Oh, the goalkeeper?
Yeah, just the goalkeeper. The others haven't done that much.
The others haven't done that much? Well, I believe that he's got better exam results than you, Carl, but I don't believe he's got a PhD in physics. Obviously.
Right. Do you know what the name of the team is? Coconuts. So if the Telegraph are listening, that is the sort of quality entertainment you get. Well, you don't anymore.
Let's just put a song on then.
Yeah, that's the end. Goodbye, everybody. Have a lovely summer.
Yeah,
the rest of it. And we might see you in October. We might not. It's up to Karl Pilkington.
Chances are slim.
So call 0207 766 6000. Ask for Karl Pilkington.
Or email him.
What's this?
This is Tim Buckley to end with. I think you'll enjoy this. It's called Once I
Andrew
Was.
Phillips. Call Andrew Phillips.
See ya. Where's the monkey news?
It's been a bit quiet, hasn't it? I've been...
What, in the last 3 months?
Okay, there was something that I found last week about one that was in an old people's home. It escaped from some zoo. It was wandering about. It was enjoying itself, and then when it got to the night time, it was like, oh, what am I going to do? And the first place it came across was like this old people's home.
Yeah.
Went in there. I think it was there for about a week and a half without anyone realising.
No, it did. No, so the helpers and the nurses and the social workers and the matrons and all that, they thought, well, Mr. Sanders looks a bit hairy. But I mean, that happens, it comes out your ear and your nose when you get to about 70. And he stooped over, yeah, of course he has. He got bow legs, yeah. And he eats more fruit, of course he does.
Well, that's when they realised.
Why?
Because someone in the kitchen said, hang on a minute, getting through more bananas than we normally get.
What else you got?
Monkey news.
Yeah. Right, let's do monkey news.
You want to do it now?
Yeah.
Oh, we may as well have some monkey news.
Let's have some monkey news.
Do some monkey news. You made enough noise there, Rick? You want to...
Sorry, but sometimes I like to move around, lounge and that, and at the mic.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, let's have the jingle. We've not heard it for a while.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news,
Right. I haven't read this through properly. I'm just zoomed.
Right. What do you mean you haven't read it through properly?
Basically, right, it's about problems with chat rooms and that, right? A lot of people, it's like the new way of meeting people and that, in it now, chat rooms. You get on there, you can have a chat.
If you say someone was having a meeting with someone, they wanted to meet. Right, okay.
Please don't preempt it.
Right, there is not an animal in the world that can operate and understand.
Do you want to know the story? You said
did they get married? It was 3 months later. She realised, there's a lot of bananas gone from my fridge. I want a divorce.
This is what annoys me. Bobo. You say that monkeys can do Shakespeare if they're given the time.
No. That's not it.
Let's not get into the whole
It's a
Shakespeare and
philosophical
monkeys
conundrum.
Please, let's not get into that debate again.
It's about
Right, so this one then. So this chat room, right? And the thing is with chat rooms, you have like a big boss who's looking over it and making sure nothing dodgy is going on.
Right.
Right, so certain keywords come up and
Who's that, Dr.
Zayas? Right. So anyway, they were looking over it, trying to look for dodgy stuff, but they kept coming over like really strange things. Like instead of saying, "Do you want to meet in a restaurant or bar?" Right, it'd be like,
"Do you want to meet in a tree?" What
tree do you want to meet?
Right. Okay.
Are you shooting off?
That's the end. Yeah.
I'll see you later.
Seriously,
mate.
'cause that's gone.
I'm just going to listen to the end of it anyway.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot if you believe that shit. Honestly.
No, I'm just telling you what's online.
Let's hear the rest of it.
How you're nearly you're ill. You're nearly. Okay, well, I don't know the PC term for this, so I really apologise. You're nearly retarded in some aspects.
Instead of sort of saying wear something sexy, they'd say make sure you bring plenty of bananas.
Right, you're talking absolute. Okay.
Are you making up the monkey news now because you can't find it anymore?
And instead of saying should we get married, they're saying how swollen and red is your arse? You stupid fool.
That was me.
Mark Ronson and Ooh-wee on XFM. Well, what a great show. We've had...
Informative.
It's been fun. We've learnt some, haven't we?
Yeah.
What have we learnt?
All sorts of stuff.
We've learnt that Carl is an idiot.
Yes.
That he believes that monkeys can get on
That's more of a confirmation of
it really,
something we
we always suspected it, but that's...
I just read a little email from someone who just said that in Northern Ireland there is a town called Muff.
Is there?
Yeah, it's worth knowing.
Yeah. What else do we learn? Monkey news. No one's got anything like monkey news on radio, have they?
Think of that as a boast.
Yeah.
No one has got anything like this gout.
Yeah. You call that a boil? Look at that and look where it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
But that's how proper DJs fill up their time. They don't talk about monkeys and, and all that kind of drivel.
Oh, do you think monkeys are drivel, Carl?
Well, we'll still be doing a bit of monkey news. It doesn't matter how much you have a pop at it. It's coming up in a bit. Yeah. Got some good stuff this week. I know it's been a bit dull last 2 weeks.
Well, no, it's not been dull. It's been totally untrue.
As ever.
Bordering on the impossible. I mean, monkey dating, saying, what tree are we meeting in? You believe that sort of drivel. So, I mean, oh, God. Jonathan Ross told a story about a chimpanzee once. It was about, but it was about how it escaped from the zoo and it jumped on a bus.
Right.
Okay. Interesting. Funny.
I did that one.
But is there possibility in that one being true?
I did that one.
I think you said something like he drove the bus or he was conducting it. Or
I think you said he took it to Spain. Do you see the difference? It's that little stretch of credibility that means it's all shite.
How is Jonathan Ross? All right. Is he? I wondered how long it would take before his name popped up. Have we got monkey news? Have we left monkey news behind?
Monkey news! Come on!
What happened?
You can't offend monkeys.
I'll tell you what is annoying.
What?
Steve's told me about a film that is about a monkey going off with a woman.
The Charlotte Rampling thing where she...
It's a film called Max Mon Amour. Yeah, she has an affair with a monkey. Go on.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
You wouldn't like it.
We can't go into it.
You wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it. It's not like it's weird and you wouldn't... Carl, it's not like a nature programme where he wears a bowler hat and can talk. Okay? The nature programmes that you seem to see.
Yes, I'm trying to think I haven't seen that one.
No. Yeah. Come on, do monkey news.
Well, monkey news this week.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news,
Right, it's about this monkey that was knocking about in the 1950s.
Right.
It was known in the sort of LA area, right? And apparently, again, I haven't really checked all this out. I've just picked up bits that look interesting.
Yeah.
Wore a golden mask and like a cape and a leopard skin belt and stuff, right? So people didn't know he was a monkey.
Of course they didn't know, yeah.
They thought it was this bloke who's going around and he was helping out crime situations and stuff.
Right, you're an idiot. So this disguise, that you see a 3'6" bloke with arms the length of his body.
No, but that's the funny thing, right? They sort of thought, it's a bit odd, he's stocky, yet extremely flexible.
Yeah, and hairy, because he only wore a white mask and a belt.
And a distinctive jawline and stuff. And then
Right.
apparently, like, he used to sort of get to his...
Nothing we say gets through, does it? You've decided you can
Just
picture
telling
this
you, just
monkey
telling
going
you
around
what's going
solving
on.
crimes, and
Just
it's
telling you.
Let him finish the story. Time's running out.
So it sort of get to its crime by, like, swinging from the trees and
Of course
stuff.
it would, yeah.
right? But people just thought it's a normal fella.
of course.
Then what happened was
This is the bit that's going to annoy me, isn't it?
he helped some fellas out, like, you know, and for a reward, they were like, do you want some money? You know, you've helped save our lives during a crime and stuff. Do you want some money and that? And he just went straight for the shopping bags, got a couple of bananas and apples, right? And as he was bent down, looking into the bag, getting the bananas and apples, they pulled his mask off. Little monkey.
So he wasn't allowed to work for the police anymore?
It ended there.
Sure.
Weird, isn't it?
Rick, can I tell you the meaning of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah.
Can we never speak of monkey news again?
Yeah.
It comes apparently from an American children's nursery rhyme. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All good children go to heaven. Some fly east, some fly west. Some fly over the cuckoo's nest.
Brilliant.
Now, thanks to Ian for emailing that in. Shall I give someone the prizes?
Yeah.
Phil Corbett. There you are. That's the first one I've pulled out. He correctly guessed that it was E. It was an E that Karl got in history. The only qualification he's got, and it's an E.
Do you know that woman?
Judge the monkey news based on that.
Go on.
That woman who went out with the monkey.
What?
It's a film.
It's a film.
It was Charlotte Rampling in the film. I don't know who played the monkey.
Did she have any kids?
What, with the monkey in the film?
Yeah, I'm just thinking if I'm going to get it out and stuff.
No. Why?
Oh, because that would have been interesting.
Well, no, it's just that the problem there is the kids would always look more like the dad.
See you next week. Couple of emails. Monkey Matt's emailed us.
Who?
Monkey Matt.
Oh, Matty, yeah, go on.
Yeah. He says...
How's the monkster?
He's all right. He says, Karl has missed a cracking headline from The Sport. Hide-and-seek champion found dead in cupboard. I hope it's real. I don't know if it is.
I doubt it.
They got rid of monkey news.
Was it? Oh,
Nothing
is there
going
no
on.
monkey news?
No, it's gone on this week.
Don't talk... There must be some monkey news. It's not like it's real news. You tell us stories about chimps from the 18th century. It's not. Don't give me nothing happened this week. You just didn't look at the internet.
Did look.
And there's no news. Nothing happened.
There was one little bit of monkey news about how you can now buy tea that's been picked by little chimps because it tastes good.
Right.
That's what they're saying.
Right. Why does it taste good? What do they do to it?
I don't know. It just annoyed me.
Is it those chimps from the PG Tips Act?
Well, that's the annoying
Are they
thing.
dressed up, having funny conversations?
Well,
like
that's
in a
the
house
thing.
somewhere?
Everyone made a fuss about, that's cruel, making them pick a piano up.
Yeah.
If I was a chimp, I know what job I'd prefer.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? Doing removals rather than standing in a field picking tea and that.
Yeah.
I love the fact that he probably thought that was a documentary.
Yeah.
He thought it was a trailer for a Channel 4 programme.
All right, we'll be back next
I've
week.
got a little treat for them. Right, that winner of the DVD, watch the behind-the-scenes footage because you see Karl's little round head. So they're enjoying that. Who won that, by the way? We've given that away, haven't we?
Yeah, we forget who it was.
It's gone.
Oh.
Don't bother watching the rest of the stand-up, though. It's a bit poor. Leave you with 50 Cent's outfit.
Fiddy, I called him Fiddy.
Fiddy,
I
yeah.
called him Fiddy Cent.
Back next week.
Fiddy. Right, haven't got long. We better give the winner. We got monkey news coming up.
We haven't really got any monkey news.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
There's nothing going on, seriously.
Don't talk. What do you
The
mean?
last few weeks, I've
but
keep
don't
telling you.
No. Right. This really annoys me when you say there's nothing going on because you call it monkey news, but it's not monkey news. You have stories, dubious
Well, I've said
stories.
to you.
But shut up a minute about it's always chimps, which annoys me. You call it monkey because they're apes, right? And it's often from the 18th century, so it's not news anyway. So don't tell me there's no monkey
No, but
news
what I'm
this
saying
week.
is, if there's monkey news worth doing, I'll know about it. And there isn't anything,
Right.
so let's leave it.
Right, okay, you are going to give me some monkey news,
Well,
I'm telling you, you are going to give me some monkey news, or we're not leaving.
Right, well, my mum sent me some.
Right.
I got a little letter from her doing the usual sort of stuff, telling me what she's been up to and that. It was a little thing about somewhere in Lincolnshire or something.
Right, good.
To do a bit of monkey throwing.
God, what do you mean?
Because some fella got attacked by one once, and sort of to remember him, on this certain day they go, It was today, wasn't it? And that fella got attacked by a little monkey and that. And the, something about chucking monkeys about.
That's horrible.
I don't know if they're real. I think it's just like to remember.
All right.
But that's the only sort of stuff that's knocking about out there.
But it's not, that's not
I've got my mum and dad on it, looking all the time for stuff.
There must be more monkey news than that.
There isn't nothing. I mean, there's bits and pieces. There was a bit about Donna Rare, how when she has a kid, she's going to let a gorilla look after it for a week or something. But apart from that, it's dead out there.
True. Well, I don't know what that means.
She's well, that's it. Apparently,
well, it's not true. She's not going to let a gorilla look after a child.
No, it is. Apparently, a fella works with them or something, and
this is rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
How can she let a gorilla look after a baby for a week?
Well, forget it.
So, have you ever heard her speak?
Jet, are you going to be my girl on XFM 104.9? I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. Over there, little roundy bald head of Karl Pilkington. Good news and bad news. Good news is, boys are back in town. We're here for 2 hours.
Hello.
Bad news is, we have no monkey news, gay fella news, or little Chinese fella news.
Really?
We're going to try and, leave that for a week, and then maybe come back to it.
Yeah.
It was
Why do
good.
I get the feeling that within 20 minutes we'll be talking about little gay Chinese monkeys?
Carl, think of that.
We have got monkey news.
Have we?
Oh yeah.
So we've already broken that promise.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to try and sort of talk about something else. Just like, for example, that's why your balls are on the outside. Because the cells have to be a certain temperature to survive. I don't know if it's the sperm or Sertoli cells, but they have to be a couple of degrees below body temperature. Otherwise, they'd be in a nice cage and we wouldn't get kicked in the nads.
What do you mean?
That's why your testicles are on the outside of your body. They have to be a couple of degrees below body temperature.
Yeah, but it's not. That isn't why they're there. You see, this is like the chat we had last week about the giraffe having a long neck.
What do you mean?
They're there because that's where they happen to be. They didn't go right.
Well, that's what evolution is. It's a selection process. It's not a will. The balls didn't say, look, I'm too hot, let's get us outside, let's get outside of here!
All right, hang on a minute then.
What?
So a little man monkey, right? Theirs are in the same place as ours.
Yeah.
But they're walking around naked, so it could be anywhere. They could be, like, on the back. It doesn't matter where they are.
They call it... Well, they could be on the back, yeah.
So why aren't they?
This is a completely different... Steve!
You started it! I wash my hands of the whole affair.
And we're not only back to balls, but we're back to monkey balls.
Yes.
In one thing from about parasites, we're back to monkey ball news.
Yeah.
How do we get back to chimp testicle news?
Keeps happening. We've done, like, Donald McIntyre's thing, right? He's been ripping us off. I did Cheap as Chimps.
Yeah.
He's been doing it.
No, he hasn't.
He has. He's done some programme about how much it costs to get a monkey and that.
Right.
What else have we done?
He believes this.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff we've done like that. Yesterday, Rich and Judy gave you the tea picked by monkeys.
Yeah.
I told you about that either last week or the week before.
Yeah.
My show does look in this. People send monkey news all the time for Carl, and I showed him one earlier, which said there's a new monkey hospital that's been opened.
Yeah. Carl,
Now, that's
immediately,
for the treatment of monkeys, right?
but he immediately thought it was run by monkeys in white coat. Did he really?
Yes, and he was disappointed because it wasn't. He was assuming there'd be little janitors. Is that what you said? Yeah, little janitors mopping up.
Carl!
Little chimps with the ECG machines, whatever they're called. Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
He was almost angry.
Yeah.
Disappointed with it.
And what's this about Donna Rare giving her baby to a gorilla for a week?
It happened.
No, it didn't happen.
She had a baby. They went on the honeymoon. They left it to a little gorilla to look after.
Don't talk! Absolutely, don't talk! Oh,
Again,
Carl!
there's people online now, so they can have a look at Anna Nova. Do you want to give some stuff away? Do some...
He believes it, and that's it. But the more these things sort of like pop up, come true, the more worrying it is. The more worrying it is for everyone. Imagine if Donna Rare had left her baby to a gorilla. It's libelous. You saying that? It's libelous.
It's not... Well, someone will send it in a bit, and then you'll feel daft again. So I'm not even worrying about it.
So that's pretty much that. Is there time for monkey news?
I think we've got to have monkey news. And then that second track from the Ryan Adams.
Let's play the jingle, though, if we can.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news, you
Right. Now, it was back in the 1980s.
Right. So it is quite topical then. Okay. When did this happen then? 1980s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a Colombian F1 sort of, Formula One driver. Apparently these races were going on, right? And someone kept winning them.
Right, okay, forget it. No, don't do it. It's because it's rubbish. Because it's rubbish.
Right, so someone kept winning the races.
So this human that kept winning the races. So this human being that kept winning the races, Carl, what was his name?
His name it's Jimmy something.
Yeah. How tall is he? Just out of interest. No,
let's hear the story.
Was he about 4 foot 8?
You might find out if I tell you the story. Right?
Go on.
So anyway, he kept winning and everyone was like, oh, he's brilliant, this guy, who is he, and all that.
Yeah.
But his gimmick, right?
Was never showing his body or face?
That's right. Never took his helmet off.
You're an idiot.
Never took his helmet off, right?
You know the short trousers he used to wear? His trousers were about a foot long, but his shirts, the sleeves were really long.
Anyway, right, so because he wouldn't take his helmet off...
You're an idiot.
He was taking part in, the F3, which is like the lower ranks of Formula 1 and that.
Just get to it.
Everyone thought it was like a famous driver who was taking part in that.
Get to being a monkey.
Anyway, what happened was, there was a crash one day.
Yeah.
And the car tipped over, everyone's like, oh...
He ran up a tree?
So...
They were suspecting when he ran away with the ambulance, people up a tree and started eating a banana?
So the marshals ran over and the ambulance people were there and they were about to take his helmet off and the marshal was like, don't take his helmet off.
Give away the secret that he's a monkey.
Give away the secret and that.
Yeah, chimp. Yeah.
Took his helmet off.
Jimmy Chimpus.
Little monkey under there.
No, definitely not. Okay, let's play Ryan Adams.
Did he survive? Let me just a couple of questions. Did he survive?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He was allowed to keep all the awards that he won.
Sure.
But he wasn't allowed to take part in any other races.
Yeah, didn't happen. This is Ryan Adams. We'll see you next week.
This is a song called The Shadowlands, also from that Life is Hell album. It's good stuff.
Idiot. Okay.
Play the jingle.
Oh! What is it?
Chimpanzee that.
Oh, yeah. Chimpanzee that! Monkey news.
Right, well, the last one of the year. It's not that good, but this is all that's been going on all week.
Yeah.
Little monkey. What happened is, it's this plane, right? Aeroflot, I think it is, Russian airline. Having a good flight. Everything's going normal and that.
This is going to be libelous. The pilot... Sorry, I mustn't interrupt myself. How tall was the pilot on this flight?
Okay, listen, we've had a few complaints. People saying, don't interrupt monkey news.
Okay.
Don't interrupt monkey news.
I won't then.
It's like the weather girl complaining whilst Trevor McDonald's doing...
Okay, all right. Go on then.
All right, so, the flight's going well. Food's been served and all the rest of it. Anyway, someone gets upset about not having many nuts.
Right, they've not got enough nuts.
They hand the nuts out and that. One of the sort of passengers is going mental.
What's he saying?
He's just
what
going
language
mad.
is he talking? Is he Russian or English?
So anyway, there's a bit of a fight going on. Fight starts happening. People are going, what's up with that little fella? Right?
The little hairy bloke.
So they sort of drag him.
What's wrong with Bob Hoskins? And why is he screaming? Why isn't he talking in his usual Cockney accent? Why is Bob Hoskins screaming and grabbing at nuts?
So, you've ruined it. Right?
Come on.
Forget it. Have I ruined?
Right, Rick, turn his microphone off so he can't interrupt you.
Right. So anyway, there's a fight going on. Nuts are going everywhere, right? So, anyway, they manage to tie him down. They get him on the floor, tie his legs up and that, right?
His little legs.
Get him to...
Come on.
See you later. Have a good Christmas.
No! Carl, how dare you? Finish the story.
All that happened is they got back. It turned out that he shouldn't have been on the plane anyway.
Why?
His passport wasn't valid.
Right.
And you can't cause problems on planes and that. So he got put in a cell for a bit. Turned out it was a little monkey. Right.
Quick question, how did he complain about the shortage of nuts?
Yeah.
He just was going mental.
Right, he didn't actually call over a stewardess, he just...
Well, how did he get on the plane in the first place? What ticket did he have?
Have a good Christmas and that.
But you know it's rubbish. You must know that's rubbish. You must know that's rubbish.
All the best.
You must know that's rubbish.
Where was he going?
And I sent him a text. Oh, well, it's just good to be on holiday because, I'm working. He sent back, so am I. Just been watching Sky News. There is a school for monkeys who want to get a band together.
Is that monkey news for later?
Monkey news, we might as well leave it.
No, come on,
tell monkey news.
No, it's nothing that great, really.
Is it worth playing the jingle? Quickly?
Go on, then.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, it's about a monkey.
2004, 4.
It's about this woman monkey who was born in 1834. right? Half monkey, half woman.
No, not true.
It happened. Apparently,
Impossible.
it was in the Daily Mail. Right?
Okay.
The Victorian ape woman was her name.
Yeah, I christened this thing Victorian ape woman. Well, we thought Sandra. No, I'm calling it Victorian ape woman.
She was about 4 foot.
No, didn't happen.
She had lovely thick black hair on her head and on the back of her legs and on her arms.
Yeah.
All right.
So stockings.
Let's have a look.
And she didn't need a bustle because of a huge ape-like arse sticking out the back of her dress.
She was good at reading and sewing.
It's good because they didn't have opposable thumbs. So
she could speak 3 languages.
Yes.
She was
human, monkey, and monkey human.
20 offers of marriage. Does that annoy you, Steve?
Absolute twaddle.
All right, well,
that's more rubbish than your soul weighing an ounce.
Let's leave
a Victorian monkey
woman.
Leave it there,
then.
See you next week with some more twaddle.
I was worried we wouldn't have the old magic in 2004, but we're still talking shit. Merry New Year.
Is it anything to do with monkeys?
No, we've got monkey news.
We've got monkey news coming out. Of course we have. Yeah, monkey news. People, and they're now over to XFM for monkey news with Karl Pilkington.
No, we won't do that yet. We're not doing that yet.
Oh my Corazon, Tim Burgess, brilliant. XFM 104.9. Right. Well, we're running out of time here.
Yeah.
We had Karl in a little film, but I think we've really got time for monkey news. You know.
Yeah.
What are you thinking, Karl?
Yeah. If you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do monkey news.
All right.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right, there's this monkey, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think his name was number 6 or number 7 or something, right? In this lab, right?
Yeah.
And anyway, it's in there with like the rabbits and little mice and stuff like that. And the
rabbit smoking.
The nurse, right? The nurse, not the nurse, the woman who works in the lab. What would you call her? Is it a nurse?
Depends. What depends what her job was. If she was a lab assistant, you call her a lab assistant.
Right.
I mean, they probably call her by her name.
All right, lab assistant, right?
Kirsty.
So she's,
I think it's probably Kirsty.
Right,
Kirsty Morris.
Well, she's in there, right?
Yeah.
And she don't work with many people and that. She's mainly on her own with, just putting lipstick on rabbits and stuff like that, right?
Chimpanzee it.
So,
chimpanzee. He's putting on lipstick, chimpanzee because he's got hairy legs.
He gets pally, right, with this woman.
Yeah.
Because, it gets to a point when she sees him every day.
It's the way he sort of tries to string out like it's a narrative love story. Did the chimp put its hand out and grabbed her, and then you thinking that he made a move on her?
So
right, come on,
he's allowed out. He's allowed out.
It's not a story, is it?
He's allowed out the cage and what have you every day. So he's wandering about, and as time goes on, he's watching what she's doing more and more. Yeah. Right. So he notices like the code on the door. Right. Right. Whatever, 247 or whatever. Yeah. And he goes, right, I've clocked that. I've got that. I'll remember that, right? Yeah. And then he goes, right, there's a lot of lipstick and that knocking about, a lot of makeup.
Right, okay. No, there's no way.
Finish.
No, because Steve, you know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen.
So he's there.
It's ridiculous.
And he's going, well, if it's there, you know what I mean? So while she's messing about with the rabbit, he gets there, he's in front of the mirror, putting a little bit of lippy on. Right?
It's gone too far. No, it's gone too far, Steve.
Right, your mic's off, Rick. He's finishing the story. So, turn mine off as well. It's gone too far. Turn him off. Just let him finish.
Right, so the thing is, right, it's this monkey wandering about. It's got lipstick, it's got mascara on, it's looking pretty good.
I didn't mention the mascara!
It's looking all right? So it knows the code on the door, 247, right? So when she's sort of messing about with the rabbit, right, he goes, right, here's my chance. He's looking good. 247, out the door, through the reception. The reception man's there. He's like, all right, Kirsty, right?
Don't talk shit!
I Feel Free from Cream. That's pretty much the last track, isn't it, guys? I imagine on XFM 104.9.
Well, I mean, I've got nothing to say after that ridiculous story. I mean, that's worse than the bank robbery to me.
Yeah.
That he clocks out. And the bloke on the desk. All right, Kirsty. Oh, you're 2 foot shorter and hairy.
She wasn't a looker anyway.
She wasn't a looker anyway. Brilliant. Oh, play a record and say cheerio. We'll see you next week for the last time for a little while.
Just got ads and...
Oh, adverts. Oh, I'd love to end with adverts.
See you later. It's brilliant. Going out on a bang.
All right, well, this is the final one. Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news,
Right, well, this monkey news story, right, it's about this fella, a couple of fellas in Texas, sort of running a farm, right?
Just because they definitely fellas. Well, how tall are they?
Can we just let
okay, they are human beings. These two are human beings.
Time's against us.
They're running this farm and that. And anyway, so they're outside getting the cattle. And he turns round, right?
It's just that cow's...
Couple of monkeys walking about. So he goes, what's going on, right? So anyway, so it's in Texas. They don't know what to do with the monkeys. There isn't a zoo. It's fairly barren there, isn't it? You know what I mean? Not much going about. So the other fella who runs the farm with him said, look, we need a bit of an hand. Right, so said let's teach them some stuff, and the monkeys were happy with that because they were lost anyway, right? So they had
a do. They were bumming around. They were looking for work.
They'd hired a motorhome. They'd gone out of their way.
Maybe it's like the Hulk. They're like Bruce Banner wandering around, going, "I need some work." You won't get angry, will you?
So anyway, right? So they taught these monkeys how to ride a horse, right? So they've both got a...
Sorry, you're sure Charlton Heston's not going to pop up? You're sure you weren't watching a video last night and thought it was a documentary?
They've both got a horse each, right? They've been given like a little lasso and all that business.
Oh, don't talk shit, Carl.
So anyway, it's going well, and it carried on for about 2 years, this, right? It's like, you know, rounding up the cattle every night and all that.
Yeah.
So, the two fellas are chatting, going, it's worked out well, hasn't it?
Right, if there's a hostile takeover and they sort of like buy up 51% of the shares or something.
So they said, for this to continue, the monkeys are getting old a bit now. We need a little woman monkey in here to sort of get some kids going for like the future farm people.
Forward planning, yeah.
So they get a little woman monkey.
They decided to only hire monkeys from now.
Why not? It's working. Why mess with something when it's not broke, right? So they get the little woman monkey in. They have kids and all that business, right? But the problem was, right, when they first got the woman monkey in, it was like, well, which one's going to have the woman? Right? So they started sort of fighting a bit and what have you. But because they'd seen the owners of the farm with like guns and stuff.
Don't tell me the baby monkeys didn't want to go into the family business, went off to be a lawyer.
They had a bit of a shoot-off.
Shut up!
They got two monkeys, right? And
don't stop!
Because they'd seen the owners with guns and what have you.
No, that sounds
so they had a bit of a shoot-off.
Yeah.
That's how they sorted it out.
And who won?
I think it was George. The one called George.
Right.
So I think they had 17 kids. The farm's still running. So that's like the last little monkey news there. Good little
Rick,
happy ending to that one.
If you were to rub your nipple against his lips while I held him down.
Right, come off it now. Come on. No, I'm not doing
Bruce Springsteen, Thunder Road, last track on XFM's Ricky Steve. You can check this all out on the webcam.
I got fingers.
Get his arm out the way. Get the arm out the way.
This happened on Scum.
Just the finale is monkey news, obviously.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news,
There isn't. I've been away, haven't I?
Oh, right, there's been no monkey news. You can't get...
No, but I haven't had a proper chance to sort of, you know...
Carl, your monkey news is of spurious tales from the 17th century sometimes, so let's have one of those. Let's have a monkey who dressed as Zorro and they thought he was a woodsman, but when they took his head off he was a 4-foot hairy chimp. Let's have one of those ridiculous stories.
Well, we've done that though. But do you want to go back on some of the ones?
Oh, what is the monkey news? There must have been some monkey news this week.
The only thing that sort of stood out, do you know, like, they're having problems...
You're just making this up. Where's your information? Where's the piece of paper? Where's the document? What is this?
Because I've been away, so I haven't got anything.
Let's hear
But it's bad enough when he's reading it, he gets it wrong. When he's just riffing, it's going to be absolute twaddle.
Let's hear it out.
Right. Do you know, like, they're having problems getting new people to be policemen?
Oh, fuck.
Go on.
They've, in America, they're taking them on to, sort of join the SWAT team.
They've taken what on?
Some little monkeys.
Okay.
Giving them walkie-talkies and all that. And,
well, they can't talk.
They're just walkies.
They don't have to...
They're giving them some walkies. What do you mean? What was...
being given commands and that. And,
so it's one way. They tell them they've got the little thing strapped to them.
They're good at, like, getting into small places and that, and sort of, you know, cracking stuff and all that. Like I say, it's just half a story I just picked up on.
That's not a story.
Well, what do you want?
Monkey news!
Well, I'll get some better stuff next week, but I've literally, like, got off a plane.
This is the worst. This is one of the worst shows we've ever done.
And that's saying something, Rick. We've done some tripe.
This is nothing. And to end with the police in America have given monkeys walkie-talkies. That's nothing. That is a disgrace.
And what do you mean that you've not had enough time to prepare? We've been off air for 18 months.
Yeah.
What, there's been no accumulated monkey news in that time?
Just got to keep it fresh, though, haven't it?
Great, well, what
XFM.
Carl, okay, we've got to sort this out. We didn't meet again this week, and this is a shoddy show. I thought we had a sort of framework for it, but, do you know what I mean? No, I thought it'd be, you know, Carl could sort of tell him what was going on. He doesn't know anything except watching telly, late night telly on strange channels. Like, he gets all his information about the news on Anna Nova, and, I mean, I even tried to help him because Monkey News last week was awful.
It wasn't Monkey News.
It wasn't Monkey News. It was. I can't remember it.
I've been away on holiday.
Brilliant. Yeah, and the Monkey News stops. I phoned him up. There was a front cover of the, I think it was the Telegraph one day this week, and it was an ironic story. It was a fluff piece, but it was a funny story. And it was about a monkey in a zoo that had a ruck with its father because it's adolescent. It was like the equivalent of like 16 to 18, and it had a fight with its father, and it escaped. It ran away, and it was like, you know, an interesting story.
Yeah.
I phoned Carl up and said, "This is Monkey News. A monkey has escaped from its cage after an argument with its father." And he said, "What was the argument about?" I mean, he thinks like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
What was the argument about? Like, the zookeepers are going, "Oh, look, oh no, he's brought up his untidy room again." The father, "Oh, look, he's caught him smoking again." I mean, what do you mean, what was the argument about? They have fights. They have fights, and then it ran away.
His dad wanted him to go to college, but he just wants to quit and get a job.
Yeah, and he fancied a monkey in the other cage, and the father was saying, "She's not good enough for you." No. Oh.
So
what
we've got
was
some
it
monkey
about?
news today?
Yeah, I got a little bit of monkey news.
You got a little bit of monkey news, right?
Yeah,
You've redeemed yourself then this week.
We've got some stuff there and that.
While you enjoy this podcast, remember to reserve your place at the unmissable Kia electric experience. On show will be our highly anticipated new electric vehicles, the sporty Kia EV4, an athletic hatchback, and an SUV with a perfect blend of versatility and performance, the Kia EV5. Discover our award-winning electric range, including this year's UK and World Car of the Year, the EV3. Secure your exclusive place today. Search the Kia electric experience.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Josh Rags, it's the night time on XFM 104.9. Steve Merchant, Ricky Gervais, Karl Pilkington, and what is it time?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, chimpanzee, that Monkey News.
Right then. So there's this monkey, right? In Canada. It's in a zoo in Toronto, I think it is. His name's Pascal, right? And what happened was all the people in the zoo sort of said, you know, what can we do? Sort of spice the day up a bit, right?
Yeah.
So they left.
Embellishing. No way this is a news story.
Let him read the news.
Okay.
So they left.
Any dates?
Just let him read the news, all right? You wouldn't interrupt Moira Stewart.
There's an answer to
No, because she always says today, so you know it's news. She doesn't say, right, there was a monkey, right? In Canada,
Come on,
right?
mate, just finish the beer all night.
A couple of weeks ago in this zoo in Canada.
Right.
Jesus. They got a camcorder.
Right.
And they said, let's leave it for the monkey to have a play with, right? So, anyway, they passed it around.
Won a BAFTA.
And a couple of chimps and that were rubbish at it. They were like filming the floor and all that, and the fingers were always in shot and stuff like that, right? But anyway, there was this one chimp called Pascal, right? Who
annoys me that he calls them monkeys, though. They're not monkeys, they're apes.
He was a dab hand at it, right? He was like filming stuff, really good shots, you know, sort of nice mood and that. He used the lighting properly and all the rest of it.
No, he didn't.
This is the news. What are you talking about? This is the news.
Steve, anyway. It's so annoying. You know it annoys me so much. Things like that. He was a dab hand at it. He was doing really good shots. It really annoys me.
Let's hear the news.
Anyway, right, so he started... at night, like when the zookeepers went home, he started filming like other monkeys on the go, like whilst they were at it, right? And he was filming them and what have you.
The Ron Jeremy of the zoo.
You know it's going to end up on the web.
So anyway, the zookeepers came in the next day, and it's like, let's see what shots he's got. Anyway, he's got all this, like, you know, all these monkeys at it and what have you. So,
this is honestly, you don't know what this is doing to me, Steve. Can I stop him now?
So they thought, like, actually, there's a few monkeys who aren't at it enough. Do you know what I mean? They have problems, what have you. So let's give them the videos.
That is so untrue. This is so untrue. It's so untrue that it was filmed by a monkey. It's so untrue.
Right? Rick, I don't know who to believe.
Carl, you're talking so much shit again. You must know that's not true. There's no way.
There's a load of tapes out.
Look at me. Look at me. Don't keep talking. Look at me. Yeah. You must know that's not true.
Can we just hear the end of this news?
It's all here. You had a go at me last week because I didn't have the full story. I've got the full story. You're still not happy.
There is no way that by chance, what should we do? Let's give him a camcorder. That could happen. Right. He then films him at it. That might happen. It might happen, but I don't think he'd keep the camera still. Two, they go, I don't know. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good shit. This porn's good shit. Anyway, look at that. He's got a lovely shot. Yeah. So this is ridiculous.
Let me just recap, because I lost my way there. So the monkey has filmed the monkey porn, and now they're showing it to the other monkeys.
Is he directing? Can you hear him saying stuff? Can you hear him go...
It's just like, you know, Chimp Pimp 1, 2 and 3 and all the rest of it, right? But anyway, so they've got all these other tapes, because what happened was, they said he's quite good at this. And the animals are happy having him around because he's not a human, he's just one of the gang, do you know what I mean? So they started putting him in with other things like, you know, ostriches.
Right.
And
talking shit.
There was and you know they have a problem with pandas in Japan. So they've sent him out there, filming a bit of. Where are you going?
Honestly, you really annoy me. There's no way this is happening.
Can we just hear the end?
Why can't he just find a real story about a monkey?
Let's hear the end.
The end is really that he's going to China. He's filming the pandas and whatever.
No, he's not. They wouldn't send a monkey director. They would not send a monkey director. How you doing, all right, Carl?
Yeah, didn't they also write something about me bald round head?
Yes, perfectly round little bald man head, they said, so...
Because you need to know that when you listen to the radio on that. Really matters what my hair's doing.
Your hair, have you given it a little sort of polish? Because you look like a cue ball at the moment, and you've had a shave in it. I've never seen such a round head. It actually looks like a plate with ears.
Yeah, well, for those that have never seen Carl, I actually, if you remember, I think he looks a little bit like Mr. Spoon from Button Moon.
He does.
If you've ever seen that show,
and also he looks like, you know when they say they find with a little 4-foot human and it's actually 500,000 years old and they give it a name and it's the first, you know, Australopithecus into. Right? He looks like one of them as well. Perfectly round little. He is the missing link. He looks half human, half monkey.
Because he's got a slight slouch as well. So it's like those pictures where you see it going from an ape to a man. He's one of those in the middle.
Yeah, and of course his monkey hands, his hairy little wrist to those skinny little things that you can get oranges out of holes with. And it's unbelievable. Why are you so all shaved and polished and everything?
Got a wedding.
What?
Got to go to a wedding today, so thought I'd, clean myself up a bit.
It's a Ricky and Steve classic on XFM, Sugar, If I Can't Change Your Mind.
Brilliant.
So listen, it's time, isn't it? We've only got a few minutes left, so you better play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that. Monkey news.
So monkey news, if you've only just started listening to the show. Oh, you poor fool. Monkey news is where Carl reports for us all the latest monkey activity.
A headline or a word or someone he overheard in a pub and then totally embellishes it and makes it ridiculous and impossible. He believes it, though. He believes every word he's saying. Let me say that. When you hear this, whatever it is, I haven't heard it, twaddle, remember, Carl totally believes it. Go on.
Right, so anyway, I think it's in LA this happened. Right.
I think. Why does he think?
So these people are in a restaurant having a lovely meal.
Is one of them short and hairy, but it goes totally covers from top to bottom in a spacesuit, so he didn't know it was a monkey?
It's not one of the customers, one of the waiters?
So they're having a lovely dinner, probably one of the best sort of dinners they've had, right?
Yeah.
So the waiter comes over, and it's like, can we just say that I had a lovely meal and that?
Right, it's the chef.
Because it is. Can we see the chef?
Yeah.
So can we just, see the guy who cooked it? Of
course. Yeah. Short fella, hairy.
So the waiter said, to be honest, the waiter said, look, he's busy, he's got meals to cook and what have you. He hasn't really got time. He said, only take a minute. He said, no, I prefer,
So this is a restaurant in LA that serves brilliant food.
I'll pass your message on and what have you, right? So,
so he sends for Monkey Pierre.
So it's a bit odd. Anyway. So they go out, right? They go out to the car and they notice the the kitchen doors open.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course they do, because they're going to discover something that I don't know.
So
they're going to discover. Just out of interest, where did this chef train before we see him or reveal, what he might look like or like to eat?
So anyway, so they pop their head in and think, we'll just nip in and go, love the fruit salad or whatever. So they stick their head in.
We better see the human chef.
You never guess what?
Go on.
Monkey stood on a chair, right, cooking veg. Right, so anyway, so they're like, what's going on here?
What do you mean? What do you mean he's cooking veg? What is he doing with it?
Well, he's stood on a chair by the cooker and he's chopping stuff.
Oh, he's chopping as well now. He's just isn't it? Yeah.
It's got a little, he's got the bosses in there. They're like a bit shocked. So he's a bit panicking because he's got this monkey working for him. So they say to him, "What's going on here? We didn't know this is what's going on. Why have you got a monkey cooking stuff?" So he said, "Well,
incidentally, a monkey, I should point out, who probably doesn't need instructions from its girlfriend."
Forget it.
Landed Ben Folds on XFM 104.9.
We've had an email, Rick, from Simon Whittaker. He says, he's throwing the question to Karl. Have you seen the video for that Ben Folds song where there's apparently a monkey working the sound desk and shifting the piano? Yeah, you want to check that out? Talking of monkeys working the same desk, we've also had a lot of...
This better be a good monkey news, Karl, that's all I can say, because that was drivel. Amy Winehouse.
Play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right. There's this monkey, right?
Yeah.
And it had been, do you know you hear about monkeys being badly treated and stuff like that?
Yeah.
So, anyway, it goes into this home. It's 14, this monkey. It's called Matty, right? Goes into this home where it's looked after.
What do you mean home?
Just like just a little monkey home, right?
Okay, so zoo.
Yeah, kind of, yeah, but they haven't got any other monkeys there, right?
What have they got there?
They've got just other animals and that, but not that many monkeys. But anyway, because he's there on his own, again,
When you say monkey, do you mean a chimpanzee, by the way? Because you usually do.
Yeah.
I can't believe that journalist thought this was scripted.
Amazing.
So anyway, yeah. So he gets sort of pally with the people working there and that, and it's smoking fags. It's having a drink at night and all this. Right?
What do you mean it's having a drink at night? How?
It's all here. It's all here, Steve. I mean, we haven't really got time, but
don't say it's all here like it's proof. You've got another stupid story that someone has put onto the internet. Someone sitting at home in their bedroom has put onto the internet.
So he's having a fag. He's drinking a lovely glass of Bang Rock Station.
Yeah, the wine that's perfect for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's loving life. He's forgetting about his past and everything, right? When this other monkey comes along.
Oh
no.
Trouble's brewing.
Go on.
Right? That comes in. Something's said. Right, forget it then. Forget it. No, forget it.
XFM.
The little mouse that had an ear on its back.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Well, you thought he had a bad time, right? Listen to this one. Mouse walking about with us, sort of wearing a monkey's testicle. They're just having a laugh. This is what I mean about a lot of scientists. What are they doing? When's that going to come in handy?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, they were seeing if, say if a fella loses one, right?
Yeah.
Hitler or whatever. And they go, well, don't worry about it. We can sort you out. I don't know what the monkey's going to do. I don't know if they keep passing them on or whatever. But the actual monkey testicle was put on the mouse. And it worked. It worked for the mouse.
But isn't it... I mean, isn't a monkey's testicle quite large in relation to a mouse? Would it not look like the mouse was on a space hopper or something?
Oh, yeah, it didn't look good.
Well, they didn't put it where its testicles would be.
No, they did.
Like, well, how could it walk, then? The ear was on his back, so he could just get about.
Well, I don't know. But
you don't know, do you? You just guessed. Did they grow the monkey's testicles where the mouse testicles would...
Well, it looked stupid anywhere else, though, wouldn't it?
Oh, whereas a mouse with monkey testicles, that's fine.
Oh, you'd be showing off. You'd be all right. I'd prefer that than the ear.
When that mouse gets put back in with the other mice, do the other mice go, George, you look different. Have you had anything done?
But the weird thing is, as well, apparently it still works as a monkey.
What?
So, like,
what are you talking about?
Like the sperm and that was it was still sort of monkey.
Of course sperm. It was. What are you talking about?
Well, that's weird.
But What, Carl? What? But what? It's only a thing to give it nutrients. That's all the thing they're testing. It's like grafting at that level. Right. What's your question? Because I'm right. What do you think? It would change eventually. It would have changed into a mouse testicle because it had been hanging round a mouse for so long.
No, I thought the actual sperm of it though would be a mouse's.
Why?
Because it's hanging off a mouse.
No, but your sperm is actually created in the testicles. So that's why it has to be outside your body. Otherwise, we put them in a nice little cage.
But I'm guessing then that they've done this operation so that they can do it to humans. Yeah. Why would I want a monkey testicle if my kids are going to be monkeys? What use is it?
No, think. That's no.
That's going to happen anyway, Carl.
Yeah, but think. Think of what you're saying. They've grown a monkey testicle on a mouse to see if it would still function as a monkey's testicle, okay? So they can do that to humans. So think, Carl, what they'd do is they'd grow a human testicle on a mouse and it could still be used as a human testicle.
So what?
To give you a testicle that you've lost.
From a mouse?
No, from another person who it was kept alive on a mouse. Because it's kept the nutrients alive, as opposed to keeping it in a deep freeze. Maybe bollocks go off after a week. I don't know. Maybe they get accidents. He had a little a card. Do you donate your testicles? Yeah, I'll tell you what. No one needs testicles yet. Let's keep them on a mouse. You have yours ripped off in some sort of bizarre skiing accident. You go, well, you're in a Battersea Dog Town. You pick the ones you want. They can grow them on anything. They can grow them on a Dachshund. Bulldogs are growing them usually, that's where you see a bulldog. Usually that's waiting for an operator. What don't you understand, Carl?
Hang on a minute. I thought this was knob news, not testicle time. I don't understand what...
Yeah, testicle time's not for another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Making plans for Nigel XTC. Okay, let's play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that. Monkey news.
Right, this happened in Pittsburgh, right? There was a rock band, and they've got this studio in Pittsburgh and what have you, and they're laying down tracks and stuff like that. And in the studio that they use, right, there's this monkey works there. Right,
I love the way he throws that in. Like he throws that in, this monkey works there.
No, it's just got a little gig there. He sort of, he carries the equipment in, guitars, stuff like that.
He doesn't.
He does.
No, he doesn't.
He just sort of cleans up after the bands.
No, he doesn't.
Emptying the ashtrays.
Doesn't happen.
Sort of stuff. He
doesn't
does.
happen.
That's the gig it's got. Anyway, right?
Gets women out of the crowd that they want to go visit
with one arm.
So anyway, right? So the band's in the studio, right? And one of the band members brings some A&R fella to the studio to have a listen to the latest track. Right? Yeah. So they hit play, and they're all there going, "Yeah, brilliant, this is good."
Oh no.
Anyway. So the fella says, "Yeah, I like the track. I especially like the bass on it." Right?
Right, this is bullshit.
So
this is rubbish.
So
and they hadn't laid down a bass.
So this is. Have you heard it? So
Carl, please don't do this to me.
So the A&R fella goes, and it's like the band members have stood about, and they're going, "That's good that you liked it." And I'm saying, "Yeah, but what's he on about with the bass?" So
this is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Where did you get this from?
Please, because we never get to the end.
This is absolute nonsense.
So they played it back.
Yeah, right? And it's the chimp playing bass. Definitely not.
So they were like, "That's weird, we haven't got a bassist." Anyway, so they go, "Well, whatever, right?" So
we haven't got a bassist.
So
they go, "Whatever, let's go home."
Forget it.
XFM.
But we're going to give it to them, Carl. We're going to go through to the end. We've done everything we have to do. Monkey news, the final monkey news of the year, possibly. It's been a joy. I'd just like to say, on behalf of myself, Steve Merchant, and this little bald mank, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
Yeah.
We should just point out as well, if you miss Rockbusters while we're away. Yeah, right. You can log on to xfm.co.uk/Rockbusters, where you can actually see Carl himself introducing you to an interactive game of Rockbusters.
Looks very much like Blockbusters.
It does, surprisingly. But yeah, you can join into that.
And there's also talking of monkey news. There's a link on the website. I'm trying to think where you go. I think if you go on my little biography bit, someone's done some animation to some old monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant. Great.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're having withdrawal symptoms of monkey news, then you can find some classic monkey news.
And it's animated, classic monkey news.
I feel drained today.
Do you?
Go on.
This is the strangest radio show in the world.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Because when we can do that, we can talk about this and go, I feel drained today. Just like he's not, like no one's listening. Because that's the sort of thing you say socially and no one listens. Like just when you're watching up, I feel drained today. It's rhetorical. Yeah. You're not expecting anyone, not even your loved ones, to go, oh really? They just go, that. But to do it live on air, no one's listening.
What I mean is just give us a jingle.
But the exactly. But the truth is, the contempt we have for our poor listeners is unbelievable.
The listeners aren't listening, and we don't want to be here. So it really is one of the most pointless things ever.
No, would have been quite happy to do a full show.
But you know what?
The flow of it's just.
I would love to listen to this back in 10 years. This actual show. Let's keep this forever. Let's keep this show forever. The show we went early. We were bored. It was a day we're trying to save Africa, but we're a little bit annoyed that no one's listening. Yeah, right. Right, once and for all, the final monkey news of the year.
Oh, go on.
What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, if you're not into the Live 8 and you're gay, you're not listening, because you're on a walk.
Right, okay. Right. Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, there's this card game going on, right? in the big hotel in Vegas. Right. The Luxor Hotel in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's a major card game. All the big players and that were involved. Right, they're all invited. Anyway, so they all meet up in this dark room at the back of the.
Oh, there you go, dark room.
At the back
they didn't work. They didn't see the little 4-foot hairy fella. So it was brilliant at poker.
Like I say, it's a big game, and that everyone's been waiting for it. So it's played in the back room, not in the main entrance bit, right? So anyway, like I say, it's dark in there and what have you, and the players went in. There was already someone sat in there, right?
Right.
But they couldn't quite see
Was he
him.
a short, hairy bloke with slightly longer arms than legs?
Couldn't see him.
Where his arms slightly longer than his legs, strangely enough?
Was he holding his hand of cards with his feet?
Anyway. So the cards were dealt, right? Cards were dealt, game's going on.
His cards with his feet!
Game went on for hours, right?
No one's listening. The terrible thing is that not even we're listening to Carl now.
I know.
Literally no one is listening to Carl.
Insulting.
There was a lot of smoking going on.
It's going on.
A lot of eating and nuts going on. That was a bit weird because they don't normally get through as many, but for this night. So, come on, let's just play Bruce.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you maybe at Christmas time.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right.